Hey everybody, this is Johnny Beane, and StreamYard is updating or something. Okay, there we go.
Hey, what happened there?
We're here. I don't know what's going on. Thank you for being here, everybody. This is Saturday Night Live on May 16th, 2020. It is it's Sunday morning where some of you are.
That's right.
12:05 a.m. on the 17th, although here in Santa Cruz, California, it is 9:05 p.m. Saturday night, Saturday night. That microphone's loud.
I'm going to whisper through the whole show.
Oh, it really
so
is
loud. It can't be that
iron long. Turn it all the way down, man.
The gain is off.
The front or the back?
The back. The volume, dude. The volume's all the way down. Look. Oh fuck.
Oh.
Gain is all the way down.
Volume, it's the wrong way.
Tap it.
Turn it the other way.
Are you sure that?
Turn it the other way, Brendan.
Oh.
It's all the way up, dude.
Oh fuck it. I mean,
opposite.
You know why? Because it was
volume. How does it work?
I'm an engineer. Yeah, let's not mention this. Oh wait, we're live. Too late.
There we go. That's much better. That's much better because you literally heard your
funny.
beard hair rubbing together.
Keep it all the way up, Brendan.
I'm an idiot.
Oh.
So, I'm gonna push it all the way in, and then I'm gonna pull it back. You tell me when I can stop. All right, how's that going? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
How's that feel?
Does that work for you?
It's way better than as soon as as soon as our microphones came on, you sound like somebody was starting a fire.
It was me too. Going.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I apologize. Yeah. Sorry.
That's all good.
This is the most Zoom-like beginning to the show there's ever been.
But I'm not going to the bathroom like that one chick. You know.
Right.
She's in the meeting. She's like, Karen, what are you doing?
Man, that probably happens a lot nowadays. People who aren't used to it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the thing
I always wondered.
No, I was going to say because Jay used to work where I work now, and all of our meetings are now virtual because no one's. I mean, I'm still in, but we still have meetings, and they're all virtual. And so, my manager, you have to turn your cam on. Why?
Yeah.
Why do you want to see me in my underwear right now?
I always wondered because this is a fairly good mic, and I wonder my bathroom is not too far from this room. So if I'm in the bathroom and I have the door open, and
get a little naked gun going on there.
Yeah, I always wonder if this thing, and I don't mute the mic when I leave it. So, and these guys have already heard me like yelling at the dogs and like puking in the other room. Like one of my dogs got sick in the other room, and so I'm out there with like paper towels and a garbage bag trying to clean up, and I'm going. And these guys are like, oh, listen to that. Isn't that great?
Wow.
Yeah. No, it's all good. So yeah, welcome everyone. And before we get going here, I'd like to thank our executive producers, Charles Green, Robbie Johnston, Music Therapy Laz, David Ennis, Mike Neese, Connor Johnson, 5150, Michael Smith, who should be here in about 30 minutes, and some Dave Dude. Thank you. Channel members on YouTube. I got to remember to say YouTube because we're also on Facebook as well.
Oh, so now you got to have separate ones.
Actually, there is something separate. Facebook actually has something called Stars, which is similar.
So you can technically double dip if you get the same person to join each one.
Yeah. Okay, Michael Smith says he's eating dinner right now, so
that's a code word for take it.
Man,
Dropping the kids off at the pool.
Caleb Rappaport in his house under his own name, not Nerd Halening tonight.
Good evening, Caleb.
Awesome.
You know, I always wanted to do this. Now I can.
I was gonna let Jay do it. Yeah.
No, that's fine, man.
Every time is more over the top.
Well,
Yeah.
I do it, but no one can hear me, and I feel like an idiot because my son's upstairs. He's like, "Dad, what are you doing?"
Having
Nothing.
a stroke,
Yeah.
stroking out.
Stroking.
Oh,
Somewhere in Mancuda.
Wait, this is my off night.
yeah.
Well, Johnny, I don't even think we introduced Brendan to Paul or John, right? I mean, they know him from the chat.
Yeah.
I've been on with
I met John before,
Okay,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah.
but Paul I've never met. I mean, I've seen you on the chat, but hey, dude, what's going on?
Hello, Brendan. Nice microphone.
Well, it is now. And then I figured out how to work it.
He had it inside of his body for the first 2 minutes.
No, you know what it is? Because it's really stupid. But I'm looking at it, and the gain is on the back,
We
and
get
yes,
it.
of course, it's reversed.
Right.
Genius.
Well, we had one time we had John Popper on the air, and this is when John Popper was at his least healthiest, and he was maybe one burrito away from exploding, and it sucked because I mean, and he's awesome. He's like the nicest guy in the world. Couldn't be a nicer guy, and arguably the Jimi Hendrix of harmonica. But we could just hear, like, when there was a momentary lull, you could just hear.
It's just breathing.
Like Darth Vader.
It was like he had an iron lung, and it was like because these microphones pick up pretty much everything, and it was a struggle for him to breathe, literally breathe. So we felt so embarrassed for him. But what are we going to do? Like shut his mic off, and we never knew when he was going to talk, and then if we didn't hear that noise, we knew he was dead. But if we just knew if that hissing stopped, to call medic immediately.
Yeah, it's
Man.
It was sad, but thankfully he's healthy now. You know, healthier.
Hey, Brendan,
Hey, what?
you want to take roll call?
Oh God, really? Okay. This is like how do you? Oh, never mind.
You just hit the lottery.
I wouldn't say
You
that.
see the
but-
chat?
Is this
I
going
can
to be
see, yeah.
Mancuda-esque 15-minute roll call, or is it a?
No, it's gonna be like whatever I see on the page, and then end the rest. So I see Amanda Coombs. I feel like I'm on like what was that show? I see Billy and Bobby, and bitch never called my name. But
Romper room.
Tessie Switch is here. Hey Rob, Thomas Santiago, some Dave dude. Ooh, Johnny Bad Beans is here. That's not very nice, Johnny Bad Beans. Those things you're saying in there. Rena Finkel, Kenny Dave, Nightbot's here. See my enthusiasm for Nightbot. Brian Spalding, Rico B, Bry the Sign Guy. I said some Dave dude already. Jeez, I got a small screen down here, so I can't really see
what
that.
down there?
I'll scroll up. I scroll up. Thrash Metal, Mr. Hellstorm 74, Bueller. Oh, there is a Mancuda person here that he let Eduardo Marino Porto. Can't do it like he does.
No.
There you go.
So 5150 Fly Guy and the rest.
Ejaculation is here.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Oh.
don't forget that one.
Hey,
Ernest-
welcome.
Wait, I didn't
Earnest
see that.
ejaculation. Yes.
I didn't see that. Is that the bottom? Oh yes, there it is.
EJ. Hey, we'll just call you EJ.
And Crazy Cook 768. Hello.
Hey.
And hello to all you guys. You guys. Screw you guys.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm not getting any acting gigs because nothing's going on, so I'm gonna have to do voiceovers by myself. You know, so
It's funny. There was a guy I used to work with who quit radio to do voiceovers. I'm like, well, that's you're doing that backwards. That's not the way to go.
that's a
I
great
would love
gig,
to do
though,
a
man.
voiceover. I'd love to be a voiceover
Dude,
artist.
I took
that would
I
be
did
awesome.
take I took a voiceover class. It was 3-day intensive voiceover class where one day you did commercials, the next
Let
day
me guess.
you did
They do the whole 3 hour. They do the whole intensive 8-hour program. You get a free recording out of it.
no,
You
no.
get-
Well, it's
That
not
sounds
like
like
friend
the
of mine-
Connecticut
I'm just
School of Broadcasting.
Yeah.
no, it's actually the guy
the whole scam.
the guy my acting coach does this, like, you know, on the side. He does like lessons and shit, and I was like, I gotta do that. And the last thing was cool though, John, because you the last day you actually go to a studio and audition to read an audiobook, like for an actual audiobook.
Oh, that's cool.
So, and I didn't get it, but that's okay. But it's kind of neat.
Audiobooks, man. That's one thing. I was listening to one the other day, and it was it was the sample, it was the demo of like, what is it, 30 or 40 or a minute, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And the book it sounded like it was being read by an old guy, like somebody that just put their dentures in. And I just couldn't get over that.
Probably the author.
It wasn't the author.
The narrator makes it, man. The narrator really makes it.
He's got to put you in that vibe of the story. And
I've heard some bad ones.
Like, it was one of those books where it didn't call for that age of. I mean, I don't know who it was, but
what was that Seinfeld episode when George was trying to get the book on tape, and it was
from the blind guy.
Exactly like him. Oh boy,
Yeah.
Risk management.
Yeah, that's got to be rough.
I'd have a problem with audiobooks. I've actually never listened to one, but I've got that box set that came out, the Jimi Hendrix story, which is essentially a radio show, like a retrospective on Jimi Hendrix's life. It's like a 4-hour radio show, but they made a box set of it, and they put it out like any other music box set. So the first time I got it, I thought, well, this is kind of neat. I'll put this on, and I'm listening to it, and it's a radio show, and I was asleep in the first 8 minutes. I'm like, well, that's probably not a good thing to have in a car on a long drive.
No.
But they are the best for long drives. You just what was it? Well, it's not an audiobook really, but the Star Wars radio drama was probably the best of those.
Oh yeah, those are amazing. Those are amazing. Yeah, Tiffany. Yeah, you can ask us all the questions you want. And hello, Davey Nesdall on my bed. I love you too.
Nice.
Chapter 1.
It was the best of times. It was the worst of times.
Boy. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh.
Yeah.
So, how's everybody doing? Doing all right?
Oh,
You're stepping all over John BL's shoes right now.
Hey, man, I'm happy
Yeah,
to
this
have
is-
Brendan.
this is John's show.
How am I doing that?
I'm just busting balls, man. I was looking at John's reaction.
You invited me in here.
Is this Brendan's
You're welcome
first
anytime.
stream
No.
on this at all with everybody?
No, he's been on several times.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's been here a few times.
Yeah, a couple times, I think, right? Two times.
Yeah, I think the first one was
Hello, Rick.
actually John.
At least
I
two.
think it was
I
John.
even
I think
pulled
it was
up
your New Year's Eve show a couple years ago. Oh yes,
Oh, look at that!
we talked about that.
Wait a
The
second.
night that I built this was.
Yeah,
the
no,
first
Jay,
time
it's
I
not
think you
mine.
were
It's
on.
not one of mine, Jay.
No,
Oh.
it's a.
I'm not building that crap.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not
When
building
did that? I was like, when
No.
did that happen behind my back?
No.
No.
Somebody, I think my aunt gave this to me. Just a cool. I mean, it was a kit, but you can actually electrify it too.
Well,
I don't
those
know,
are pretty
play it.
cool, but I think I remember telling you should definitely brace that
Get a
thing on the
real one.
inside. You know,
Yeah.
you can do a little slide on there.
I'm not gonna. I'll spare you.
That's cool, man.
Oh, do it, man.
Now play us a little ditty.
I don't know how to play it. I'm not a slide guy. You kidding me?
No one is.
Eddie's looking at you like, you better play that thing.
I love the fact that like half the people that do this show can't play guitar worth a damn.
I love the fact that as soon as we told John to play something, he starts playing it. We all start talking over.
Maybe after I have a little more. In an hour or two, I'll pull it out.
Ooh, an hour or two. Pull it out.
There you go.
Paul's right though. I probably have 12 or 13 guitars. I can't play for shit. You know?
Yeah, I'm awful. Everybody knows it. I've got a fucking sick collection, but I don't know what to do with them.
Same here. I just like to noodle around and
Right.
play whatever I can, whatever I'm listening to, play along with it. Anything.
I mean, none of us are any Jay Hannon, so
Yeah, I mean, there's
Exactly.
The last
By the way,
few
Jay,
nights,
Johnny Beane.
the last, I would say 3 nights in a row, almost, maybe even 4 by now, but definitely 3. I've been up here. I come up to play guitar at night. I put Ellie to bed, and walk the dogs, do all that stuff, and then I come here to like do some stuff that I wanted to do during the day or whatever. And the last 3 nights I've been looking at a certain guitar, designing a guitar instead of playing guitar. So I can understand with guys that like really like you're collecting them more often or trying to find new ones. instead of like playing them. Is that kind of like what goes on sometimes?
I would say that I get into a mood where it's almost like fishing. Like I'm like, I want one of a certain guitar, and then I take a shot at like 3 of them and end up getting all of them. I'm like, shit. like you know, like you don't expect to win every auction or anything like that, and then you realize, well, when the economy is not doing well and you're okay, and I don't mean that to make that sound like you know, big time and anything, but right. Like, you know, like when you can afford to buy something that a lot of people are not buying right now because the market is down. Of course they're going to sell to you. Of course they're going to be like, because somebody's like, okay, I can hang on for another $300 or $400, or I can take half a loaf and go with it.
Right.
You know, so you know, and we've talked about talked about this before. I never pay a lot of money for guitars. There's only been 1 or 2 that I've actually paid decent money for. The rest of them, I find, unfortunately, desperate people or people that are liquidating an estate because somebody died or something like that, and you just buy them in bulk, or you buy them, you make them a weird offer, and they go, oh yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of how it is with me. I just go through phases where I want a certain guitar, and then I end up grabbing like 4 or 5 of them, and then I sell those to acquire the ones that I really wanted. I've
only bought one, really, and the rest I either built or put together from parts.
Stole them.
Yeah.
I'll take them. I don't buy nothing. I'll take them.
Nope. There is one that I'm going to try to steal, though, and Jay knows which one it is. Ever find that guy? He's done.
Man, I think I'm gonna. It's my my first like real good guitar. When I worked with Brendan, I sold it to a guy that we worked with, and I really wish I didn't do it. And so Brendan saw him about a year and a half ago.
Yeah, it was last Christmas. It was funny because we were just talking about it, and I'm in 7-Eleven, and I see him like, hey, I got to talk to you. And he's like, starts to run away. You know, I mean, he's joking, and I was talking to him, and I'm like, you still have that guitar that Jay sold you? He goes, yeah. I go, do you play it? He goes, nah, not really. Like, well, you want to get rid of it? I mean, I'll buy it back from you. And he's like, oh, I don't know. Like, well, Jay really wants it back. He's like, well, if he really wants it back. And then he never contacted.
That was last Christmas, dude.
That was last Christmas.
Yeah, not this
past one. There was one before that. Yeah.
Yep.
So if I see him again, I'll wrestle him down for it.
Yeah, I'll start breaking his fingers.
He's not using it. I mean, I think everybody that we worked with sold him something. I sold him my 4-wheeler. You sold me your guitar. You know. Funny.
Oh man. Where'd Johnny go? He's like, I'm out of here tonight.
He's eating dinner.
Yeah,
Jay didn't want to eat in front of us.
I'm eating dinner real fast. Steve Carmichael. Thank you so much, man. Steve Carmichael is a new channel member. Thank you so much.
Member.
Remember Steve Carmichael?
Hey, Stream Elements is blocking that comment saying Steve Carmichael just became a sponsor.
Really?
Yeah, I let it through.
Okay, yeah, for some reason the stuff gets blocked sometimes and sometimes it doesn't.
Last night it was blocking every kind of bad word. I was scrolling through every like couple minutes. I'm like, okay, you can show that, you can show that, you can show that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got to get some more people with some wrenches. Do another round of giving out some wrenches. It's usually me and whoever's on the show. If it was last night,
I have a wrench. What am I supposed to do with it?
Jump in and help control the chat.
I'm now in.
Yeah, turn wrench.
Yeah.
Can the people who are channel members, those guys highlighted in green and everything, are they able to click on the chat? No.
You mean like block people?
Block people or whatever.
Could you imagine that? Somebody pays $2 to become a member,
right. Well,
and they're blocking everybody. That's
3 people in the chat.
Hey, you want to pay? You can do whatever you want.
Money is power, right there.
Yeah, Johnny, you should make like $1,000 tier, and you can do whatever you want.
Hey, it's not a bad idea. Kidding.
So Brendan, we had Tyler Moore on last night.
Yes.
Morris, Jesus. Somebody texted me, marry Tyler Moore, and that's been stuck in my head all friggin' day. All day. I've been
At least you did it tonight and not when he was here yesterday, right?
Yeah.
So Yeah. After the show, you guys connected.
Yeah, he contacted me on Facebook.
Wait, he
And,
contacted you?
I friended him, and then he contacted me. Like he wrote me a message. I'm like,
Yeah, you butt
hey.
cheeks?
Yeah, no. And actually, he wants me to build him a cigar box guitar. And he said, I was like, well, yeah, I'm kind of interested in one of your pedals. He's like, we can make a trade. I'm like, all right.
Nice.
So
very cool.
We'll make that happen. And he did say we'd take it on tour with him next time he went. So now I'm like under pressure here. Like,
Pressure, yeah, it's gonna be good, man.
The pressure better be good.
Some whatchamacallit? Roasted maple from roasted 5A maple for the fretboard.
I mean, the one probably the nicest one I got now is this one. It's oak.
Ooh,
nice oak smooth neck. Woo! And
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
that's looking cool.
that is cool.
So, and that, I mean, it sounds good. So I don't know.
Are those graphics like original to the cigar box? Or
Yeah, this is the box. I didn't put this on. This is the actual,
Oh, very cool.
box.
Nice.
Avo, I don't even know. Made in
Condoms.
Dominican Republic.
Like that company sold condoms in their cigar boxes.
Maybe. But so yeah, I'll make a couple of those.
Hello.
It's the captain.
AKA.
How you doing?
It's the captain.
The captain.
My fellow
I love when you say that.
Looking more like with the dry every time.
How's my laugh machine? How's everybody doing, man?
That thing's just it all of a sudden it's like it's gonna stop, then it just keeps going, then it's like it's not gonna stop, and then it stops.
And of course,
You can see
John will do it again. Yeah.
And on and on and on.
Oh no, John Biel's got the back
over here.
the back middle of the car in the car seat, the middle of the
The bitch. It's the bitch seat.
The driver can't hit you, but the passenger can.
he's got
Showed he has a bitch seat.
the rear view mirror. Hey,
Stay like this. It's all good. It's all good.
Hi,
John-
Johnny, Paul, John, Jay, Brendan.
Mike?
What up, brother?
What's up, man? How are you?
There you go.
John
You
Biel
paying
is
for this, Johnny.
John Biel is wearing the mask in the room.
Hey, Michael. Hey, man.
Hello.
I know. Did you finish your dinner yet?
No.
Hey, Michael.
Do you still have to eat too? What was that?
Michael, he's on the other side of the room.
What's he holding there? Dang.
Sorry, no.
I don't know if I like this. Hey, Michael.
All right, maybe I should do
What
the whole
up?
thing.
I'm getting a little queasy here, John.
Not that there's
Oh, my
anything
God.
wrong with it.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. That's right.
Michael.
Ah,
Damn.
Oh,
That's
fuck.
worse.
A lot of
Kick
laughing
that
this
show,
week.
Johnny.
huh?
Earlier with Jason.
Man.
That was crazy.
Yeah, that was cool.
It was like
a cool
over
show.
200 likes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah, we had at the top we had 300 viewers at once.
Mhm.
That is
I saw.
awesome.
Wow.
And I think the video is it's close to 4,000 views.
That's cool.
Jesus,
Wow.
that's awesome.
I
Very
think. And yeah, that was just a couple hours ago.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. But yeah, Jay, if you guys don't know, yeah, Jason Becker was here and Richie Kotzen and
So here's a question, and this is for people like myself who didn't see it earlier, but will watch it later. How does Jason communicate on one of these? Can you put his screen up?
Johnny.
are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Well,
Sorry. I'm
Well, no, it's fun. I mean,
hey,
I'll
little less seating, little more show.
I'll answer if you want. I mean, he was doing, he communicates with his eyes, and
Right.
And Johnny, was it his mother?
Yeah.
Oh, she reads it
Yeah.
to you. Okay.
Yeah, so
All right.
she was reading out the letters,
Right.
and then as soon as she realizes the word, she'll say the word, and then she'll get the sentence. And
Yeah, I didn't know that his mom or anybody else was here. Like, again,
Yeah.
I didn't watch it, so I didn't know. I know that's how he did it in the movie. That his father and everything would do that. So yeah, all right, well, that's cool. I am such a huge Jason fan. I will absolutely make time to watch that. Love him in every way.
It was a great show, man.
Thank you. Yeah. That was it was great. I mean, it was great to see Jason. I mean, for one thing, because I hadn't seen him in like 2 years.
Wow.
You know? I usually see him at his house for his birthday parties, and I got to turn my camera off again. Huh? Okay, here. I'll take some of those. Okay.
Oh,
pile
we'll
it
get to
up.
see
I
him.
lost
Thank you.
15 pounds. I'm going to gain 5 back tonight.
Well, it's zucchini though, so
So
Oh,
eat
it's
it slow so Michael Smith can feel uncomfortable.
it's cucumber.
Ooh, cucumber.
It's
See,
cucumber.
well, I don't give a shit.
You're
I-
having pizza,
That's like-
huh?
Tell me
Is it
that's
like
beef
fried
jerky.
Or is it like a
Come on.
salad cucumber?
It's pizza
I
crust.
didn't see that.
All right. Beef jerky.
Beef jerky time.
Yeah. I've got my dinner here, but no, it was amazing getting to see Jason, getting to see everybody that was there, and it was. I can't even tell you the not that it wasn't super stressful, but there was some stress involved in pulling that whole thing together and just doing it. You know, 'cause it's one of those things where you're going to hit the go live button, and there's going to be, a lot more people all of a sudden than normal.
Does that actually affect you? Does the number of people that are watching this thing, can that actually screw with the way you do the show?
Me personally, no, it doesn't affect me, but it affects. Well, it's always different. Like every time there's a different personality, in the room. It's always a different. It's different.
I'll say that the more people we have in here, the more excited I get. Like at first when Johnny and Dave first had me on, I was nervous as shit, man. Like even like for the first while too, like before shows, I'd get nervous. I'm like, oh my God, man. Once that Johnny's live, oh shit. And I'm like sitting here nervous. But now I get pumped. And like I said, the more it's almost like being on stage. Like when there's less people there, it's more nerve-wracking, I feel. And like it's a different feeling.
Yeah.
When there's a lot of
You're not
Yeah.
feeding off the audience, Jay, right?
Yeah, exactly. And you feel almost more under the microscope when there's less people there, because it's like you can almost see everybody looking at you as opposed to just like a crowd of people. And it's like, hell yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If there's a crowd of people, you don't have to look at one particular person.
Yeah.
You could. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. I remember the first time I was on Johnny's show. Before that, I remember in the chat room when he first responded to me. I'm like, oh my God. I mean,
Michael, did you have your volume all the way up and blow everybody out of the water? That's what I did.
Yeah, we haven't heard Michael's beard yet.
Yeah, John, you gotta go back. You gotta do a.
No, you don't. No, you don't. No.
yes, you do.
John Biel, you got to go back and make add him to the soundboard of him starting the fire and
Great.
his,
Brendan's like, great.
It's all good. man.
Now
Got
you're
the
part
new
of show
intro.
lore.
Great.
you're on the show. Anything goes, man.
Oh, it's good, man. I can take it.
Absolutely.
I can take it.
It's all good fun. Good, clean fun. Good, clean
Yes,
fun.
sir.
Clean.
That's what it's all about. Fun.
Clean enough.
Not always clean, but
Good, clean fucking fun.
Fun.
I believe it
night
was
fun.
Exodus who quoted "good, friendly, violent fun." in Toxic Waltz, that was their T-shirt on the back. It said, there's an Exodus tour T-shirt on the back. It said "good, friendly, violent fun." Am I the only one old enough to
sounds like
remember
an
that?
Exodus show.
I remember them.
I remember.
Yeah, I remember all that stuff. I don't remember the shirt though, but
Yeah.
Sounds like the vibe.
I saw him live quite a few times.
I used to get compared to Steve Souza a lot when my hair was down. They're like, "You look like the guy from Exodus." I'm like, "Great." That's who you want to look like. Cross between you want to look like either Steve Souza or the bastard child of Peter Griffin and Ernest Borgnine. That's a great way to go.
Hey, now I see that. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks.
Wow.
It's okay, It never gets old.
Well, what's an Ernest Borgnine quote? Is there an Ernest Borgnine quote?
I don't know.
Not really.
I mean,
I know obviously it instantly
head for the hills,
recognizable
Fuji.
Peter Griffin.
It's either Escape from New York or the Poseidon Adventure.
Airwolf.
Or,
Yeah, it'd be a
Airwolf,
snake. It'd be your
Snake
Snake Plissken.
Right.
Snake Plissken
Snake Plissken was in my cab.
was in my cab. Snake Plissken. I used to have the space too before I got my teeth worked on, so it looked even more like him. And we had a picture. That picture was like up in my program director's office. So if you have you seen this man? It's his father. Son of a bitch.
Wait, Snake Plissken. That sounds like another name of somebody in the Discord.
Yeah.
My Discord screen name is Snake Dickskin.
Well, that's just immature.
I think when I first joined, like you guys were
Was
like,
that you?
like, Johnny was like Snake Dickskin.
It's hilarious too. Immature but funny.
Oh boy, that was a good movie though. I mean, was that the
No,
first?
it wasn't. No,
I
it
liked
wasn't.
it.
It wasn't
I
a good
liked
movie.
it.
I mean, no, it was awesome, but go back and watch it. It
Oh no,
wasn't
no,
a good
yeah.
movie.
It's like it doesn't hold up now.
No,
but I'm just
no.
saying, like,
It's one of
That's-
those movies that it sucks, but it's awesome.
but it's,
like the
it's-
Warriors.
Yeah,
No, the Warriors is awesome anyway.
but
No,
you
it's
know, you
not.
look back. Was that the
I think
first
the escape
time?
movies were actually not. I mean, you watch them; they hold up a little bit. I mean,
They're
more
John
than the Warriors
Carpenter
do.
movies.
They are
More than the
John
Warriors
New
hold
York,
up.
Escape from L.A.
Yeah.
I didn't really like that one, but
Wasn't
I
there
mean-
a third one, or was it just the two of them? I know.
I don't know.
Third one was,
They-
There was like a more modern one, wasn't there? One. in
Yeah,
the
it
last,
was- I think it was
15
called
years, maybe.
Escape from Earth.
Yeah, Escape from the franchise. I think was the
It
last
wasn't
one.
Tokyo.
Beam me up,
I'm thinking
Scott.
like Tokyo
Get the
Drift.
fuck out of here.
But was that Kurt Russell's first movie as like a badass or like a not normal
but that-
character?
Well, he was a child actor. I mean,
Yeah,
Well,
no,
no,
it
that's
was
what I
just-
mean. He was like
there was a gap.
He
Yeah. Into,
was like all Mr. Hey,
when
you know.
was what was it? Bird on a Wire, or
Yeah.
was that the one he was?
Well,
in? Or
Overboard, he was kind of a dick,
Overboard.
but you know,
Yeah. I think it was the first time we saw that sweet mullet though, that like completely amazing
The hair was
hair.
dope.
and then there was
You know.
Bone Tomahawk. That was a good one.
You can't forget Tango and Cash, or
Yes,
can you?
Tango and Cash.
Well,
Yeah,
well,
no, you can't.
Grindhouse, or his kind of his comeback in Grindhouse.
That's
He's
true too.
I was
He's
just
great
watching.
in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah,
Yes,
and,
yeah.
and he
It's
was
a
in,
bit
yeah,
part,
and,
but it's great.
I like that
Eight.
movie a lot. That was a great movie.
I was just watching the Quentin Tarantino documentary, kind of a retrospective. He was in.
Oh yeah,
extensively
Thomas
on
Wilczak brings on Captain Ron. Captain Ron was pretty good.
that. Was
Yeah, I learned about that in rehab.
That's funny.
Okay,
B wants to know where that
And
photo is
the
from.
Thing, you can't forget The Thing. That was a great movie.
One of my
I think
favorite
that was
movies.
before. That was like 1983
Right.
or something.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite movies.
Yeah,
too.
early '80s. That was,
that
one of
was
the
long
absolute
before.
favorite. That pops
before.
on TV. I'm watching it all.
Yep.
I love that movie.
Like that movie and Roadhouse. You always have to watch Roadhouse.
One of the last B kind of B
Roadhouse.
horror movies.
I wrote an elevator with Kurt Russell in Minneapolis. We were there for the All-Star game, for the NHL All-Star game, and that's where they were doing the premiere of Miracle. So he was staying in the Graves Hotel, which
Miracle,
is where
another
all,
great one.
yeah, where all these guys, all the radio guys and everybody were staying in this hotel, and a lot of the hockey players and shit. So we get into the elevator, and it's me and a couple other guys that I know, and the elevator door opens, and in walks Kurt Russell and Rick Nash, who I think at the time was playing for the Columbus Blue Jackets. So
Wasn't
two
he
of those guys?
one with what's her name? Kelly Pickler or something? Is that or what? One of those
Oh, the one from Americans Got Talent or
American Idol?
American Idol. Yeah.
Maybe.
Kelly Pickler, something like that.
I don't know.
Yeah,
or the other
Kelly.
one?
She's
No.
hot. Super
Who's the other
hot.
blonde that sings
I
like
don't
the Sunday Night Football song now or something?
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Some hot.
Oh, she's a country chick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we found out that that Kurt Russell's kind of nearsighted, like really bad. Like he wanted to push the button to get to the penthouse and he couldn't find it. So he was like squinting. He was like squinting at the thing, and he asked for one of us to like, push the button for him. Nicest guy in the world. Couldn't have been a nicer guy, but can't see very well.
Amanda got it. Carrie Underwood.
Yeah.
Yep.
See, look at that hair. That hair is still rocking.
It is. Yeah, he's got great hair.
That's pretty badass.
Yeah. Really annoys me because I don't have any anymore.
He did a Santa Claus. Yeah, that's the Santa Claus movie that.
That was a good movie. I like
it. Was on Netflix.
Oh, how did we? Was it 3,000 miles to Vegas or whatever it was? How did we miss that one?
Oh, 310 to Yuma. 310 to Yuma.
No, was that? I don't know. The one where he's Elvis. He was one of the Elvis impersonators.
Oh no, you're right. Yeah, it was
Leaving Las Vegas.
No. John Biel. Oh.
Kurt Russell in the Vegas movie. Oh.
He can play freaking Raleigh Fingers now.
Not True Romance, was it?
No. It was the one where him and Nicolas Cage and those guys were robbers. They all dressed up like Elvis to rob a casino.
Goldie Hawn was always hot as fuck.
Kate Hudson is ridiculous.
There you go. There's a quote. That's a good one.
That's how you should put that in Facebook, Johnny. When you're
what's their daughter?
There you go.
Who's their daughter?
Kate Hudson.
Kate Hudson is not his daughter though.
Kate Hudson, yeah.
Yeah, but she's not his daughter. She's
just Goldie Hawn. Yeah, Goldie Hawn.
Right. Yeah.
Con Air, Tessie Switch. That was a good movie too. That was.
Oh yeah, how do we all forget Jack Burton?
How do we all forget that?
Yeah, how do we all forget Jack Burton? Big Trouble in Little Tokyo. The old Pork Chop Express.
What are you drinking, Brendan?
A little seltzer.
Whoa.
Plain
hard seltzer?
Well, you asked. No, it's just plain seltzer. Plain.
Wow.
Sorry to burst everyone's bubble.
You're drinking one of those. I forget what the hell kind of beer is in like that weird silver can.
Yeah. Look at that mustache! Holy shit!
No,
Sapporo.
Yeah, that. I mean, that in Bone Tomahawk, that weird movie. That's what he looked like in that. He had that weird freaking beard thing going.
Well, there's a Hateful Eight too, and
looks like he had his head out a window and was driving about 60.
It looks like it's a hare with ears. You see that? Like I don't know what the hell.
It looks like one of those old corn brooms.
And she's like, never mind, man. I gotta.
She's like, you gonna keep your mustache like that, honey? Honey, you gonna shave that?
Jay, you can't do that.
Well, that's why.
I can stop.
That's why it's bald here.
You
know, it's worn out.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, I expect a couple of birds to come out of that Peter Griffin-like beard.
Mm-hmm.
So since we're talking about movies real quick, what's your favorite movie?
What is that? That's all. That looks fake.
Did he get beat up, or was that from a movie?
The Inquirer.
It's gotta be from
E! Online.
Not gonna lie, he looks a little like Eddie Van Halen there.
Oh no!
Oh my God, the hair.
Yeah, looks a little bit like Eddie Van Halen there. I'm not gonna lie.
What's your favorite movie, everybody?
Favorite movie of all time?
Yeah,
by him?
No, all time.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness!
And
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Really?
It changes. I mean,
so mine might be Midnight Run.
Oh, Midnight Run, good movie. So Jay, you must be stoked for the new movie coming out because I know I am.
No, they're gonna screw it up.
You think so?
Yeah, I know so.
which one?
Okay.
New Bill and Ted.
Is that still happening, or like?
Yeah.
I mean, that's been like 2 or 3 years they've been talking.
Well, it's
about
delayed now, but yeah.
You think Alex Winter is available?
He is.
For what?
I don't know what he looks like, but he's available.
Yeah, they did some promos for it.
He looks the same.
The two of them.
Older version of
I
Alex.
don't think he looks the same.
You know what's
Older,
going on in
definitely.
Alex Winter's house right now? He's dialing up the phone. Hello? Is this Brian Dunkelman? Suck it.
Wow.
Venus Pinkle's got a good answer.
Yeah.
Black. I'm not reading that.
See, the problem with that is Renus 1 through 6 were
Back to our
awesome.
house?
They lost me with 7. That's where I got lost.
Oh,
They
back
lost
to
the
our
plot
house.
with 7. They brought Ewoks in and Jar Jar, and it was.
What about you, Johnny?
I'm still eating, but
Well, I've done that.
Okay.
Don't talk to me.
Paul, what about you?
Well, it was. I think it's Midnight Run.
You
I
said
think I love that
Wow.
movie. I think
That's
it's
a great movie. That actually is. I haven't seen that in years, but that's a
Me
great.
neither.
It's real. It's so much fun.
Charles
and every,
Grodin. Charles
Yeah,
Grodin,
and-
right?
every time it's on, it's almost like you got to watch it.
Like
Oh,
every
that
time
is-
it's on, you're
yeah.
like,
One of
With
those.
De Niro. De Niro was great in that too.
yeah, and
What's that?
a young
Who,
Joe Pantoliano.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the immortal Dennis Farina, who can drop an F-bomb like nobody's business. Maybe the greatest F-bomb in movie history, Dennis Farina, who's great in Snatch. It's always the same character, but it's a great character.
Plays it well.
That's okay, right?
Yeah,
He's always cast in that character.
yeah.
John B.O. What about you?
I have more like favorite directors, and I mean, Star
Come on,
Wars would be
favorite
like
movie,
the go-to,
man. Come on.
but
Pick
that was
one.
always the go-to. I mean, it was always Star Wars, but
Okay.
more recently, it's been like Wes Anderson movies, or I mean, always Stanley Kubrick movies.
Stanley Kubrick, man, he's got some great.
Sci-fi. I mean, not necessarily sci-fi. I mean, I like a good comedy too. I mean, anything with Ben Stiller and Will Ferrell. I mean, those are. It's hard to pin down one, but
So-
I could always
Stanley-
watch Star Wars. Though,
So
or
Stanley
Empire,
Kubrick
any of the original.
is the Moon Landing your favorite movie then from Stanley Kubrick?
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
I'm joking. I'm joking.
I know you're the one
Or-
guy in the room that's all about extraterrestrials and an alien life.
Yep.
yeah.
Chat room, throw out your answers too.
By the way, yes, Sylvester Radio. Dennis was in Get Shorty. He was fantastic in that.
There's some good ones in there, Michael.
Concert
Amanda
movies
Sticks the
too. I mean,
Birds.
there's
Birds are
some
good.
great
That's a
concert
movie.
movies.
Great. That's a good movie.
He was
Yeah.
Ray Barbone
Mark.
from Miami.
Scarface, awesome movie.
Yep.
yeah, I like Scarface. And
Godfather
yeah,
2 is an interesting one. Godfather 2
Johnny's
is
favorite is what? That's the
He's gonna tell you.
one.
I'm trying. Yeah,
No, I'm
um,
guessing it's 10.
it's-
Yeah, it's 10. That's it.
I always say it's 10. I always say that's my favorite movie. I could watch it a billion times, and
you a big
So
Dudley
is-
Moore fan, are you?
I like Dudley Moore, but just something about that movie I really like. You know,
I
he's
wonder what they are.
he's a musician.
Was that Bo Derek?
Huh? Is
Yeah.
that-
Oh, Derek.
Bo Derek, right?
yeah. But that has nothing to do with it. It really doesn't.
Kevin
Nothing
Coachell
to
with a
do
great
with-
one. Goodfellas is a fantastic movie.
That's my favorite. Good.
Another one of those movies. Another one of those
Oh,
movies
yeah,
that no
another-
matter when
another
it's
great
on, you got to
director.
watch it.
That's my favorite. Good.
Scorsese.
Without a doubt. That movie when it pops on, I mean, it's staying on my fucking TV.
Good,
That's
good
what-
clothes.
When people drop a Karen, as soon as they say the
Oh,
name
brother, we're
Karen,
out,
I
must
immediately
be
go, Karen, why did you do that, Karen?
Exactly. What? Why'd you get rid of the drug, Karen?
They would never,
Never would have found it.
they
Karen.
never would have found it, Karen. Karen put
Has
down
Johnny
the gun.
seen Goodfellas? Johnny hasn't seen.
No,
Goodfellas.
I've never
Of course
seen
he
that.
hasn't.
Oh
No.
man.
Why would he?
I should see that. Huh?
That's we got to
Yes.
do a watch party with one of those, a classic that you've never seen. There's so many that you haven't seen that are just great.
Yeah,
Brendan-
everything.
Brendan, did you say your favorite movie?
No, mine's Jaws. I like Jaws.
Really?
Oh, another one. If it's on TV,
I mean, I have like top 4, but Jaws is the
You
top.
got
I mean,
Dreyfus right down there. Dreyfus,
Right.
there you go.
well, you
yeah,
have
the
top
captain.
4. What's your other 3, Brendan? You have a top 4.
The Shining.
nice.
Probably Silence of the Lambs,
Kubrick.
and I got to throw Caddyshack in there. I love
Oh
Caddyshack.
man, it's a great God. It's one of the
Great
best.
movie.
Very Bad Things. That was a good one.
I was
Weird
just
Science.
waiting
Things
That's
for
with,
the word
a good
Chris
movie. That is
Slater.
a funny movie. Weird Science. Who
Weird
said
Science.
he popped it up?
Weird Science is great.
Riley
Weird
Morgan.
Science has great
Riley
has
Morgan.
great moments in it.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of quotable stuff in there.
Wait,
Yeah.
Brendan.
Yes.
Mhm.
I had to tell you. I had to have told you the story about my brother in The Shining, right?
No.
Are you sure?
If you did, I forgot. So you might
My
have to remind me.
brother. I'll
Sounds
try to make
interesting.
it short because the story isn't. But my brother
Right.
was actually the first choice to play the kid in The Shining.
Get
Oh,
out.
And this
Wow.
is true.
Are
I'm
you-
Wow.
not
We
going
got to
anybody
hear this.
right here.
Hear this.
That's cool.
Yep.
Well, let's hear
I
the
did not-
story.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
Oh,
what's the
that's-
story?
I'll give
What's
you
the story? You couldn't stop that.
They were
Tell
doing.
us-
That's huge.
They were
Tell us
doing
the whole story.
no, I'm not telling you the whole story. I'll just give you the gist of it. Well, I'll give a few details, but they had a
Stanley Kubrick came to my house.
holy shit. They had a casting call in Chicago because we lived in Illinois at the time, and for I forget if it was like a 7-year-old. How old was the kid in there? Whatever it was. Let's just say
it's like 6 or 7. Yeah.
Danny.
Yeah.
7
was 6. Yeah.
Danny Torrance.
So they were casting for it. So my parents were like, hey, let's bring Jamie down. Why not? Right. So they brought him down. He did a whole thing. Right. Look at that. See?
Red rum.
No?
Brought him down. He did one casting call. My parents were in there with him, I guess, and they were making him like do things like act happy, act scared, all this stuff, right? So they leave, they don't hear anything. Next thing you know, they get a phone call and they want him to come back for a second audition. So they bring him there. And this time, I guess they brought him in there by himself or something. And they were doing whatever. I don't know what the hell they were trying to do. So they left. And then they had a third audition.
Third callback. Oh, that's
call.
that's when you think you get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they had the third callback, and I guess they told my parents, "We want your son to play the part or whatever," and they explained to him where the filming would be, and my parents wanted to know about the story, so they
Oh
were
God.
planning
L3
everything,
Studios in London, I think they filmed.
and
It was filmed in
my
London.
parents for the scenes that all the scary scenes where he's on the big wheel and stuff like that, he and Jack Nicholson are through the maze, he's not actually chasing him.
Right.
They film everything separate. So they promise my parents that no weird stuff will fly out, will blah blah blah. Yeah, so that could have been my brother riding that tricycle or whatever. So they get home and my brother doesn't want to do it.
Are you kidding me?
Didn't want to do it.
It
He's
would have
like,
changed
fucking
all of your
time.
lives. You know that, right?
My dad tries to bribe him.
Oh no.
A 6-year-old son, Jamie, we'll buy you a sailboat. My brother was big on boats at the time.
A schooner is a sailboat, you dummy.
And my parents were such great parents that they said, okay, you don't have to do it. I'm like, why didn't you force him to do it? You can't force him to do it. So yeah, my brother.
So
That's a cool. I didn't know that. No.
Well, it could have.
if he had 3 auditions, did he read with Jack Nicholson? Did he read with Stanley Kubrick? I wonder.
I don't think he read with. I'd have to. It's been a while since I heard this story, but I don't think
By the third one, he may have met
Shelley
Jack, but
Duvall.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm sure by the third one he met.
You probably
someone.
have to have met some of them though to see if there's some kind of chemistry. But
Yeah, he could have been a cinematic legend, or he could have been John Benet Hannon.
Well, whatever did this kid do after The Shining?
I thought you were going to say John Mancuda.
I don't think he did anything.
he played Rush albums and Van Halen for his younger brother. I think that's what. Oh no, that would have been your brother.
No, that was Jay's
I don't know.
brother.
No, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what he did actually. I don't.
Gabrielle.
Anybody know that kid's name?
No.
I'm looking.
Funny because I remember, the
It's,
last time he told me about it, I'm like, I still ask him how did you? Yeah, he's like, we got home I don't know if it was in the car or on home, when they got home, and all of a sudden Jamie's like, I don't want to do it. My dad's like, what do you mean you don't want to do it?
What does he say about it? What does he say about it now? Do you bring
That's all
it
he
up?
did.
Be like, you're not.
brother?
Yeah.
Really, all he did.
My brother is not very what's the word I'm looking for? Looking into the past and getting excited about things.
Nostalgic.
He's not nostalgic and he's not sentimental.
Oh, okay.
So he the last time I mentioned it, I talked with him about it. He's like, I don't really think about it too much. I don't really care,
Yeah.
regret not doing it.
As soon as you said he came home and said I don't want to do it, I heard fucking Johnny Depp as Donnie Brasco. I ain't doing it. I ain't gonna do it. Fuck him. I ain't gonna do it.
What do you mean?
I'm not gonna do it.
I don't want to.
I'm not taking him off. I'm not doing it.
Jamie, what do you mean you don't want to do it? You're gonna be.
I'm not doing it. Are you gonna make these people make me do this?
That's pretty good.
Our parents were pumped. They're like, they're gonna fly us out there. We're gonna be able to stay on location. You know, all this crap. And all of a sudden, it's like, I don't
It
want
would
to
have
do it.
changed your lives. I mean, if that was, oh, girl, that's crazy.
Oh yeah. What, they filmed the movie near where you were living?
No, that's where I guess the
No, it was filmed in London.
London, right? Wasn't it London?
It was filmed on the same. It was filmed on the same studio as Empire Strikes Back.
Well, why were they having casting calls by where you live then?
They
no
shared
Major
snow.
city?
They shared the snow between the two sets.
I don't know. I'll find out more information.
They do that though, because I think Jay knows. Some people know. I was in Dark Knight Rises, and the fight scene between Bane and Batman was filmed. Half was filmed in New York City, and half was filmed in Philadelphia or Pittsburgh. So, and it's the same scene. So if you look at
Dark Knight,
the Dark Knight Rises with Bane,
I think they filmed like the IMAX.
That's a
ones
great movie.
right out in New York City, and
they
on
filmed it. They
location
shut
and that.
down Wall Street for 3 days. So that was the one scene that I was in. And when Bane is facing Batman, that background, that's Pittsburgh. But when you see Batman's point of view facing Bane, that's New York City. And it's so weird, you know?
Wow.
They do that a lot for Boston. They shoot it in Toronto. They
The way
shoot
they
Toronto
put it
for
together,
Boston.
right?
What's that?
I said the way they put it together.
Oh,
Boston.
I mean, they shoot out a sequence. It's just, but you don't know what's going on, but it's chaos.
What part were you, Brendan?
I was thug number 46, if you really want to know.
Awesome.
Dude,
Yeah.
That's a great movie, man.
Dude, it was, I mean, I
And that
don't,
whole series, the Dark Knight series, was
Yeah.
the second one with Heath Ledger is my favorite, and if he didn't die, he would have been in the Dark Knight Rises. They had it written a whole different way, but they rewrote it after he passed away. But yeah, I mean, I don't like doing that extra stuff, just background crap. But for something like that, you got to do it. You have
Oh,
to.
absolutely, right?
Yeah,
Sure. My friend is one of the guys in the fight scene in Anchorman.
Oh, okay.
Where they're all that stuff like that. Yeah, he got to be that guy. And then I had a friend of mine that just passed away. My friend Dimitri just passed away. He was he was the Russian thug in the last Indiana Jones movie.
Oh yeah, I remember you talking about that. Yeah,
he only got signed for like a 2-day shoot, and I guess Harrison Ford hit him stiff, and he took the punch. And when they were looking at the dailies, they're like, "Oh, look at that guy! Keep him around." And they wrote him into the final scene. Yeah, that's the whole reason they kept around, is because he made Harrison Ford look good, because Harrison Ford like really hit him. You're supposed to hit these guys, but you're not supposed to really clock them. Yeah, so he got popped, and they wrote another scene because of the way he sold Harrison Ford punching him.
Yeah,
Dimitri was like a black belt in Taekwondo. He could have snapped Harrison Ford's neck like that.
He was probably just like, "What are you doing to me?"
Yeah,
that didn't hurt.
Go away, little man.
The time of the movie you're in, Brendan, so we could maybe get a screenshot of it.
God!
Oh, a screenshot would be great.
You wouldn't be able to find it. I still can't find myself, because
Oh, really?
dude, in that scene, there's probably 500 extra in that scene.
Oh, wow.
And the weird thing about that is we had to train for 2 days. So I actually have stunt credits and sport combat.
What'd you do?
I was in fighting, like I was fighting cops. I was one of the bad guys. So the cops.
No, in the movie we mean.
Well, yeah. All right. Well, yeah. After I got down to the city fighting cops and subways. Yeah. No, that scene.
Practice on real cops.
Yeah, that scene was 2 days of 8 hours of stunt fight, combat stuff, training on an abandoned airport, and then the 2 days of filming, like 17-hour days, just doing the same thing over and over and over again.
Was that Christopher Nolan, the director?
Yeah, Christopher. He's strange too.
He did all 3 of those, right?
Yeah, and he doesn't talk. He doesn't really talk to anybody. Director. Oh, it's fantastic, but he doesn't really talk to anybody. He has this little monitor. He walks around. He's like, "All right, do that. All right." And he says go. He doesn't say action. He's like go.
Very eccentric.
And but there was I met cool people in there.
I'm hearing Christian Bale going, "Oh, good for you."
he was actually cool. He was actually a cool guy. He in the one scene and we were there at like 3 a.m. He didn't get there till like 8 or 9, and he's like, where's everybody from? You know, in his English accent, where's everybody from? You know, we're like so and so, and how long you been here? Like, been here for hours. He's like, oh, that sucks. And they're like, go. And he's like, I gotta go. You know, he's doing his voice. You know, but he was really cool. And the other guy that I got to meet that was really cool because I kept one of the scenes I kept bumping into him and he kept knocking me down. It was Matthew Modine. He was very cool. So, but yeah, it's a good time.
Another Kubrick alum.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Heath Ledger is my favorite Joker. What about you guys? I think, man,
Absolutely.
man.
Oh, he's
Mine too.
yeah. He was.
Yeah.
You can't. I haven't seen the new one with Joaquin Phoenix.
I saw it. Don't get me wrong. He was.
And I've heard that's a great performance too.
It is. Oh, it really is. But Ledger, man.
Here's how you know how good Heath Ledger was in that movie. He beat out both Tom Cruise and Robert Downey Jr. for best supporting actor because those guys in Tropic Thunder were so friggin' good.
Tropic Thunder, what a great movie!
I mean, those portrayals were so fantastic, so good that they should have been fighting it out. You got 3 of the greatest best supporting actor performances in the history of Hollywood film in 1 year. And
Was
Ledger,
that
I mean,
2008
obviously,
or something like that?
yeah, and Ledger just clearly just crushes it in every way. And it's like, this isn't the same kid that was in First Night. What the hell? You know,
10 Things I Hate
he
About
had
You.
gone to such another place in that movie. Just phenomenal.
Yeah, he was. From what I've read, he literally just absorbed the character. I mean, he lived it 24/7.
He locked himself in a hotel room for 3 months and just
That's
became
what,
the
those
character.
method actors do that. Yeah,
Then they found him.
Wow.
you know, some of those guys do that. Some, and Christian Bale is like that too. He's another one of those guys that gets so into it, and I think De Niro is one of those too. I mean, how much weight did he lose for Raging Bull?
Yeah,
and then he puts all this weight back on. I mean, these guys that do that put their bodies through that shit for the character. I mean, they get a great performance, but it's got to take a toll.
And
is that a method actor? I mean, I've heard like a method actor. There's like a character actor and then a method actor.
Like Daniel Day-Lewis is one of the quintessential method actors. Like in when he played Lincoln,
Gangs of New York or Lincoln.
That too. But when he played Lincoln, he said everybody had to call him Abe the whole time they were shooting. Everybody called him. Abe. He never left character. Never broke.
They
character.
Stay in character the whole time, even when they're in their like.
That's just ridiculous, though.
Yeah,
it's like, come on, dude. Come on, Daniel. It's call me Abe. No,
Daniel's not here.
Yeah, Daniel's not here.
and then you hear those guys like when you hear Christian Bale for the first time, and it's not that voice that you expected, or you hear what's his name? It was in Sid and Nancy. I
know exactly what you're talking about. He played in
he's also in the Batman movies too.
Yeah.
Arguably one of the greatest actors of our generation, and I can't remember his fucking name.
100%. Fuck. All right, hold on.
No, it's gonna be it's gonna be obnoxious.
Who gets it first?
I don't know. I'm looking in the chat.
Up against John. Are you kidding me?
Here we
Gary
go.
Oldman.
Gary Oldman. Yeah.
Okay.
The first time you hear Gary Oldman's actual voice, or the first time you hear some of these guys, you're like, "Oh my god, he's English."
That's
the
like
guy from what's that doctor show?
House.
Oh,
Yeah.
I saw him at an award show or something. I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
like half the cast of Walking Dead.
He
Half
acting?
the Walking Dead's English.
No, he's acting on the show. It's like, totally different.
They can
remember
pull it off. They can pull it off better. I mean, at least the English actors can pull off an American accent better than we can pull off an English accent. At least I.
What I thought was awesome was the first time I saw Ed O'Neill in an interview when he wasn't being Al Bundy.
Yeah.
And you sit down and you see Ed O'Neill's like this really soft-spoken guy who's just really talking. You're like, what the hell? He wasn't anything like Al Bundy. He wasn't anything like the character he played in, was it
Dutch?
Ford Fairlane.
What a great movie.
Dutch was great.
Ford Fairlane was a great movie. Shut up.
Yeah.
But
it was an awesome movie. It wasn't.
It wasn't a great movie. But when you see the first interview with Ed O'Neill and you realize he's not Al Bundy, you go, "Oh man, it's almost disappointing."
How disappointing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a YouTube compilation of all of his insults.
They're
He was at this. Oh my god, it's so funny.
I mean, dude, put any of those on TV now.
No.
That's how things have changed. The past, what was that, 20 years ago?
Yeah, I don't like it.
No.
20, more than that.
More than almost.
I mean, maybe the last episode was 20 years ago.
25 years ago? 20, whatever.
Yeah, you can't.
It started in '86, I think.
Yeah, you can't make any of those shows.
If not the first.
Wow.
It's one of the first. It was when Fox was only on 3 nights a week. Remember that? It was only on
Tracy
like
Ullman
Thursday.
and The Simpsons.
Well, The Simpsons was a part of Tracy Ullman's show.
Simpsons was later. Yeah, it was later.
And then we got,
What
what
else
was it,
was
21 Jump Street, and then Parker Lewis Can't
Cops.
Lose.
Parker Lewis. Cops was a big one. Most Wanted, America's Most Wanted.
Cops is probably the only original reality show that was actually real, you know? And even then, it probably wasn't 100%.
Yeah, it really was one of the first.
Yeah.
I mean, it's no Run, Ronnie, Run, but what is? Really?
April 5th, 87 to June 9th, 97, 10 years.
Damn, that lasted. What?
I don't know.
That
It
was
was
on
10,
for 10 years?
It was on, till June 9th, 97.
Damn.
And the funny part is now it's in syndication on Logo. If there was ever a more homophobic show in television, if there was ever a more homophobic show in television history than Married with Children, I can't find it. I mean, it was so like anti-gay, like so sexist, so ridiculous, and now it's being showed on Logo in syndication, like almost every weekend or every weeknight. You can see it from like 11 o'clock Eastern till like 3 or 4 in the morning. They run blocks of it, and I'm like,
So
this
like
is the
TV
most.
Land.
Yeah, it's one of the weirdest like syndication deals I've ever seen.
Well, All in the Family's not on there, so that's okay.
I went.
BET.
I went and
Put it on
bought.
BET.
I bought the All in the Family, the entire series on DVD. Just if you go back and you watch All in the Family, oh my God, that thing was out of control.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I'm sure there's a lot of episodes they can't even play nowadays.
No.
Oh no, it was bad. And this was like Sunday night. It was like Sunday night, 8 o'clock on CBS or ABC, whatever. And it was one of those things where you look at that. My old man like would watch a block of it would be All in the Family and Sanford and Son back to back. Now try to watch those shows.
Do you ever hear his stand-up, Red Fox? Amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing stuff.
Yeah, well, that's why I loved.
Wasn't there a
Harlem Night
crossover?
so much.
Was it between those two, or was Red Fox on? Who was the black guy?
That was
on All in the
Jefferson.
Family?
No, the Jeffersons.
Yeah, it's the Jeffersons and All in the Family.
Oh, was it? But didn't he like go off on a black guy like Sammy Davis Jr. or something? Didn't he like what's his name?
Yeah.
The actor,
Sammy Davis was on.
Sammy
there,
Davis
yeah.
was on.
Sammy, yeah.
Yeah.
And he can, All in the Family.
Yeah.
Carol O'Connor, that was his name.
There's another guy that didn't sound anything like his character. Like Carol O'Connor was like the head of SAG for a while, and you get used to seeing Archie Bunker here, and then
He
you
was a
see
stage
him.
actor, wasn't he? Like a kind of like a Broadway, but he was a stage actor, I think.
Yeah,
for a
yeah,
long
like
time.
like Shakespearean trained. Those guys that are just phenomenal actors, and they do these shows, and you just kind of go, "Oh my God, how what and you say to yourself, well, why would he take this role? And you realize, well, because it's iconic, and it's Leslie Nielsen told a guy that I worked with once, he had him on the show, and he goes, Leslie, why do you take all of these roles in these awful movies? And Leslie Nielsen told him, he goes, if
What
you ain't
awful
acting,
movies?
he goes, yeah, he
All
goes,
of his movies are great.
he goes, if you ain't working, you ain't acting. I was like, all right. So Leslie Nielsen,
Although he used to be a. Oh, sorry.
no, that's all right. He was a serious actor.
He used to do voiceover and like industrial films and stuff. There's a Civil War film from the 50s that he did voiceover for. It was like Leslie Nielsen's narrator. It was years before he did any Naked Gun.
Well, he was a guy that had 2 careers. He started out as a very serious actor and then redefined himself, which was fantastic.
Yeah, a lot of people know him for the comedy stuff, though. The people.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, it was the best. I mean, Airplane. Was it Airplane and
Airplane? What a freaking funny movie, man!
That was a good one too.
Oh God!
And then the Naked Gun, just Airplane and Naked Gun were. I mean, that's just
Hilarious.
even the TV series Naked Gun was amazing.
Just the quickness of those guys. had to be so
the comic
snap.
timing.
Yeah,
Timing, yeah, the timing, man. Holy shit!
The seriousness too. Like, I mean, he played the deadpan, like, what are the straight guy. I mean, he really played the straight guy perfectly because he wasn't like trying to be funny, but he was just so funny.
Right.
You know, never trying to be funny, but
Surely,
whereas like Jim Carrey was always trying to be funny, or
surely you can.
and like Ben. Yeah, there you go.
Right? I'm serious. Don't call me Shirley.
Don't call me Shirley.
There he is. Wow, look at that picture in the middle.
There you go. Good looking guy. Was he 1920? When was he born?
Yeah, I guess in the 20s.
Yeah. He died when? Like 10 years ago, probably.
John
Same
Biel.
teeth though.
Yeah, John Biel.
Johnny's got it pulled up right there. Just
Who's
click
that?
on one of the links. I'm sure it
84.
dies at 84. So if he was born in 20,
Well, he died at
Something.
84, it said there.
that is life.
That's a good life, man. 84.
Well, I don't think that. Jay, did you bring snacks for everybody?
That chick. Who is that? We gotta find out.
It looks like Nicolette Sheridan. I don't know.
It does look a little like Nicolette Sheridan. I think she was in one of the Naked Gun movies.
Probably. Yeah, I think she was.
Was she really?
Yeah, her 15 minutes
Those
lasted
were
about 12
Early
minutes.
90s, weren't they? I think the 33 and a third was like 93, maybe. It's
I
so
mean,
old.
those were
25,
great. And then just
25,
to see
almost 30 years ago.
OJ Simpson though, and those. And,
Yeah.
you know, like, oh man,
Yeah, that's
you know.
exactly.
Nordberg.
Yeah,
Nordberg, Frank Drebin.
He
I
was
love
funny.
the fact that the Naked Gun movies were based on Police Squad, which failed. Police Squad, they only made like 6 episodes of because
Well,
that didn't
yeah, maybe 6 or 12 episodes. Yeah,
it didn't really work.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's
I didn't
right. Yeah, it was based on
And they
a
played
on a
them
TV
all-
show. It was like the same thing, right?
Yeah,
it was
the
like the same.
Zucker Brothers stuff
yeah,
didn't
with
really work
Leslie
on
Nielsen,
television.
all of them.
Yeah.
The funny thing about OJ too is that he was in talks, I guess. They were thinking about having him to play the Terminator.
I heard that too.
And they didn't choose him because he wasn't believable as a killer.
Oh,
Are you for real?
6 episodes, Paul. That's crazy.
Wow.
Yep.
Was I
Jerry-
right with that? 6 episodes?
Jerry and David? Yep, Jerry and David Zucker.
You were correct.
And they played it all over. It's actually on Blu-ray. It was on film, so I'd love to see a good Blu-ray print of that. That'd be cool. Just because it was quintessential '80s TV, you know.
Yeah, Zucker Brothers stuff.
And,
It's either really good or really bad. There's no real middle ground. That was back when Priscilla Presley had her 15 minutes of, oh my God, is that hot?
Yeah.
When she was in those movies.
Well, she looks like Michael Jackson there on the left.
A little bit,
Right.
yeah.
Jesus.
well, her daughter married Michael Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Her daughter
That's
got her
right.
father's looks though. She's got Elvis face.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's the actor on the next to Leslie there? Not
Everybody
OJ, but the other guy.
It
George
wouldn't
Kennedy.
matter.
George.
George Kennedy.
Kennedy.
Yeah.
Kennedy, yeah.
He's another one that was like he's been in all kinds of stuff.
And everybody said it wouldn't last.
Oh, gee. That's probably the cringiest TV moment ever.
God.
Well,
I have a guitar pick of Lisa Marie Presley.
oh man.
And it's LMFP, Lisa Marie fucking Presley.
Nice.
Oh,
Some good lines in
Wait, I'll
those
see if we
movies,
can
though.
find it.
Nice beaver.
At least that's what the text
Wait,
said it was.
Beaver.
Her
That
text-
stuff.
that.
yeah, those movies are great, man.
I mean, I cracked every time, when he's in there with the fighting fish in the pen.
Yeah.
Great. Oh, man. You just die laughing.
Oh, God. Hands the beaver down from the ladder.
Yeah, that's the best.
Thank you.
All the one-liners in that. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
You could quote that movie. That was one of the earlier. That and Airplane were like the quotable movies of the 80s.
Oh, dude, when he shows
Yeah.
up, to the dinner, whatever, and Lisa Marie or whatever the hell her name was,
There
Priscilla,
it is. Nice beaver.
Priscilla Murray.
yeah, whatever. whoever's there, and she's like, Frank, and he's like, Drebin, you're both right. Oh man, shit like that, man. I know I totally botched it, but whatever. You guys know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
You're both right. That's great.
The key to the comedy right there, Jay, is timing.
Yeah, and I didn't have it. You must forgive me.
Timing.
Hi.
The beaver.
The beaver.
Oh, Julie Haggerty in Airplane is just phenomenal.
Yes.
Doc, what is it? It's a hospital with a lot of sick people, but that's not important right now.
She do after that movie.
She's been in a bunch of movies.
Yeah, I remember her from other stuff.
But again, also always the same character.
Yeah,
She
the
was a
mousy kind of like stewardess type or librarian.
She was a
type.
ditzy Rene Russo.
Well, I love me with some Rene Russo for a while, man. She was
Yeah.
Yep. She was hot.
One button.
I would have been able to break glass with it. That's true.
Oh my gosh. Who was that?
Wasn't me.
Mike.
Guilty.
I don't have one of those machines still.
Is that what my mic sounded like in the
That was
beginning?
so
'Cause it wasn't me.
loud. Oh my god.
It was.
Is that where the speaker is? Okay, let me do it again. Just,
No,
was that
do
with
it again.
The speaker or the mic, Michael?
Turn it up a little bit.
Put it up to the mic a little closer.
It was like out of nowhere.
Man. It's like a window falling downstairs.
Wait.
I got one of my pooches that just came up.
Oh,
He got
cool.
awake after that.
I don't think I've ever seen any of your dogs.
Oh.
Yeah, this is April May.
Hey, pup.
The rescue.
What's her name?
Is that Border Collie?
April.
April?
Yeah.
Who's playing?
Show you her eyes. She got two different colored eyes.
Oh,
too.
here it is.
Yeah.
April May.
Oh. Could have called it David Bowie.
Yeah, right.
She's like, leave me alone. Leave me alone, daddy.
That beige. Yeah.
Is she blind in one eye, or is that just different colors?
No, just different colors. Actually, there's different colors in my other dog, Harmony, who is a rescue pit bull. She has two different colored eyes. It just was luck, I guess, if you will.
She looks like a combination of Border Collie and Terrier.
No, not Terrier. What? That's no glory. She's upstairs.
Anything that is a pit bull.
Oh, you saw pictures of Harmony then?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Pit bulls are always the Terrier mix.
Okay. Yep.
Is what they try to call them officially when they're rescues, so that they don't cost you more in your homeowner's insurance.
Right. Now. Yep. And what's crazy out here? I think it was just 4 or 5 months ago. Now, I don't live in the actual city of Denver. I'm just outside the limits. But they just allowed pit bulls that you can have them, which is a joke. I mean,
It's a joke.
the dog is going to behave
Right.
the way you treat the dog,
Right.
you know, the way you train them.
They're some of the sweetest dogs.
Your dog, Paul.
Yeah.
You put a post up about
Great,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, I was pissed off when I saw that video. There's a video of a woman who's got boxing gloves on, and she's punching the shit out of a German Shepherd.
God.
And on the one
As
hand,
long
you
as
know,
they're in the
you
right
think,
family.
and you know, like you
That's
look
what
at
it
them.
comes down to, you know.
You look at them like they're look with any dog like that, like a pit bull or a Rottie or any big dog, any sort of and shit, even labs and stuff. You can have a little bit of aggressive playtime with them, but this woman is hauling off and punching this fucking dog, and the dog is yelping. The dog is not having fun now. It's gotten to the point where the dog is defending itself, and I'm thinking that woman should be placed in a ring with Clarissa Garcia, and made to feel what it feels like to be punched in the face and have nothing you can do about it.
Agreed, 100%.
Dog didn't do anything wrong.
Right now.
No.
But Mike Tyson.
Yeah, I mean,
If you hit a dog, okay, and I've read this in multiple articles, if you hit a dog, the first reaction they have is, "What did I do wrong?"
right,
Okay, what did I do wrong?
right.
So, I mean, that gets me fucking going.
No, I hate anybody that hits an animal is a coward and deserves. And you know, I love that that video of Tyson that everybody is showing now with him for 35 seconds looking like actual Mike Tyson at 52, 53 years old. That's great to watch, but I wouldn't ever suggest that any woman be placed in front of that because
no.
Because he's done that before.
Oh yeah.
But like if this girl wants to box somebody, put her in with Clarissa Shields, put her in with Layla Ali, or put her in with Christy Martin, and just let those women lay into her and see what it's like to be defenseless against somebody who can punch.
Exactly.
That poor dog. I mean, don't get me wrong. I would have loved if that dog had clamped down on one of her wrists and cut one of her veins and she bled out. I would have. I root for the bull in bullfighting. And anytime one of those guys, those matadors, anytime a matador gets gored or somebody at the running of the bulls in Pamplona gets fucking trampled by a bull, I'm like, good for you, you dummy. You challenged. I love when that happens.
I agree, man. Why torment the animal? I mean, literally, why? There's no reason to do it. You're just being mean.
Yeah.
You're taking advantage because you have the advantage.
Which is why I will never, ever, ever, ever forgive Michael Vick, and the idea that the NFL allows him anywhere near that fucking game is offending me.
I agree.
Knowing what that guy did.
100%.
Knowing what that guy did was, and for people that don't know, if everybody goes, he did his time, he served his purpose. Yeah, go back and read what he did and ask yourself if that person is not mentally deficient and deserves to be out in society. They should have locked his shit up and beat him with an ugly stick.
Yep.
Oh, they did.
Hey, I don't want to, liven the show up or anything here, boys. Did you see the picture that Nuno Betancourt sent Steve Vai and that Steve Vai posted today?
Did not.
No.
They did not. No.
Let's hear it. Let's see it.
Oh, I did see that. I didn't know what it was.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
Yeah.
come on. It's not going to.
I saw that too, but I didn't know what it was either.
There it is.
Is Nuno putting himself in that category? Is that what he's trying to do?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, and Steve Vai put somewhere in there about G3. Now,
That would be great.
That would be ridiculous. Are you kidding me?
Well, it's just I'm speculating. I didn't really read any comments, but
But just imagine.
I'll go to the
Good luck
post.
with
I'll go to
that.
the post. I'll pull it up for you guys.
By the way, that said, I would put Nuno in that category. Nuno is Eddie Van Halen, Steve Vai good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Absolutely.
He belongs at least in the G3,
He's better than a lot of the guys that have played on the G3.
that have played on. Yeah, sure.
Nuno may be
Nuno's a beast, man.
he may be the most underrated guitar player of our generation. He doesn't get.
God, I'm sorry, Paul.
Steve
No,
Vai
I was just going to say
sent to me by my Gen X brother, Nuno Betancourt. And then somebody, I saw a comment. It was one of the other, big time guitar players wrote, I don't know if it was on Twitter or Instagram, something about, a G3 or something like that, like saying, wouldn't it be awesome for a G3? And he wrote, I don't know.
When was the last time they toured the G3 show?
G3?
Any of the G3 shows?
I don't know, man. Yeah, I think Tessie Switch is right. G3 is owned by Joe Satriani. Well, maybe he's just talking about doing a.
Yeah.
Who knows? Or maybe
Can't imagine it.
Complete speculation. And Steve or Nuno Betancourt just said, "Hey, I'm going to put all three of these guitars on each other and take a picture."
I don't think Nuno did it. I think somebody else took the picture and Nuno forwarded it to Steve Vai.
Oh, really?
Click on Rick_freak.
Oh,
Click on his profile, and it's all a bunch of different pictures like that.
I just wasted 10 minutes. Sorry.
Well, I met Nuno this year at NAMM, and they had the lines, so you can meet them and sign or whatnot. So I saw him, and the guard was like, "That's it. Nope, you can't meet him." And so it ends, right? The guard's still there, and I yelled to Nuno. So I'm like, can I get a picture with you? Or say hi or whatever. He's like, absolutely, come on over. So I went over, talked to him for about 5 minutes. Cool as hell, man. Took a picture with him, and that was it. So that's his personality.
It's all timing.
Huh?
All goes back to timing.
Yeah.
All goes back to timing.
Yeah. But I mean, he could have told me to go fuck off, right? I mean,
Yeah.
really, he had the guard there, the bodyguard. He could, so I mean, I would hate to have to beat that guy up, but
Probably his cat. Probably like a Kevin
Dang.
Dugan.
That dude could have picked me up and made me into a pretzel in 2 seconds. He was huge.
Yeah. I walked past Nuno, not last NAMM, but the previous, the one before. I walked right past him. And that was it. I just walked by him.
That's a deep story, Johnny.
Yeah. Well, no, what I was going to
Nailed
say,
it.
though, was he didn't have a bodyguard. I mean, he was walking by.
Well,
you
this
know?
is because people are on the line signing and stuff
The
like
signings. Yeah, they have to have somebody with them to keep
Yeah.
the line moving. Yeah.
that. Exactly. Yeah.
Like Kevin Dugan.
Oh, yeah, he really yells, man. Kevin Dugan. Were you there, Michael?
Selfie stick.
Tessie Switch. Great story, Johnny.
Thank you. Thank you. But I also have the selfie with Nuno and Paul Gilbert as well.
That's a great picture.
That I took several years ago, a few years ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kevin Dugan though, when Michael Anthony is signing, he's like, yeah, he's really getting
I'd love
people
to have a beer with Kevin Dugan, man.
to move along. Yeah,
Kevin would be a great
Kevin.
guy to
Yeah,
interview.
Kevin's.
he's a cool dude. He's
a
very
cool
cool.
dude. Yeah.
Very cool.
Wow.
He's probably got some
He's
amazing
loud.
stories.
Let's get going, guys. He is loud.
Jay, what was that big dude's name at the chance that you mentioned the other
Chuck.
day? Yeah, Chuck.
Chuck.
That
Chuck.
dude.
I love me some Chuck.
Chuck's good. Good
Yep.
people. This ginormous guy is a bouncer at the club locally that Jay's played a bunch of times. He just walks around, you know, people causing trouble. He'll just pick them up one hand and just walk them to the door.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And it doesn't say anything. Just boop, 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 you know.
Amanda just put up. I can't believe Nuno is 53. I didn't know he was that old.
I didn't even.
53. Wow.
That's about right.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, that first Extreme record, I believe, was like 88, right? 87, 88? The first one?
Was it really?
What?
Jump
The
off.
first Extreme record is 89.
Was
I
it
think.
porno graffiti or it
No.
was something
No.
before porno graffiti, right?
No, there was the first record was Extreme,
Yeah.
just Extreme.
Just
I think
Extreme.
I want to say that was
Extreme,
I want to say that was 88 or 89, 89 I think. But the material for that stuff was written years before it. I mean, like every other band, you know, they were beating around the Boston area for a while.
89.
Nuno was in a band called Sinful before Extreme, and he was known as being really good, really quick.
There it is.
Here it is. Yep.
It's interesting. I have a
Nuno's hairdo.
Hang on, see if I can
Did
find
they
it.
put an
He's got
album
the
up?
skeleton suit.
Wow.
No,
Johnny,
sinful.
you can
No,
pull that up.
sinful. But I think their demos are now available on that website that Mancuda was talking about the other day with all the the obscure hair bands. I think the sinful demos are now available.
Oh, okay.
Here, I'll find
All
it. I'll find
The
it.
headbands. Is that Gary and
Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah, Gary.
Yeah, when he was that was when he was going through his Paul
You get a-
Stanley phase.
Dude, it looks like the
Dave Nesball's in the house. Morning, Dave.
David?
Dave. It looks like they
There
all
you
have
go.
wigs with bandanas
That's fun.
attached to them.
Here's my old
Panther.
when they just first got together. That's Extreme. Look at Nuno's hair there.
Oh man, look at that.
Christmas card.
They sent you a
Oh,
Christmas-
that's-
Playing.
That's cool.
What guitar is that?
That is cool, man.
That was when they first got together. That was they were just first. This was
Can
long
you-
before
can-
they were signed.
1985. It said they
You put in a little
formed in 85, I think.
so we can see the guitar. What guitar is that?
Is it an Ibanez?
Looks like a Jackson. Let me look.
I think
Nah,
it's
it's
Jackson.
not
I
an
think
Ibanez.
it's what Jackson.
Kramer?
Yeah, I can't even see it.
I
Looks
think
like
it's
a
a Jackson. I think it was a Jackson.
Yeah, I think it's a Jackson too. I don't have a magnifying glass in here, but I'll try and figure
I
it
don't
out.
have my glasses. God damn it.
glasses, my
The microscope.
Hang on, let me put on my old man glasses. See if I can find them here. Here we go. Here's my glasses that are on now. See if I can look at this. No, it's still
Hello,
dark.
everyone.
It's still very
Still
dark.
can't see the fucking thing.
Jay,
It's
you
still
gotta get
very
some glasses.
dark.
Use some glasses, Jim.
Have to do. Oh,
It is a Jackson.
I have to turn my computer off.
Cool.
I don't have glasses, but I got this. But I don't know what this is.
Glasses.
You like this? I know that I noticed though, like
Yeah,
Thumbnail. There's
thumbnail.
a thumbnail.
as I'm
Profile
closing,
picture.
and as I'm closing this thing here, I know people are like, see this picture, this black and white picture of big tits, and it was a promo shot
Let's see it.
from the
You
band.
can't really see it.
The band is
And they can't
Malice.
show
Do
it.
you remember
Johnny's gonna get
Malice?
flagged.
Malice in the
Yeah, I
Palace.
remember them. Yeah.
Oh, they're covered.
Yeah. No, it's covered up. There's no nudity.
Who's on?
But it's the band was called Malice. They had a moment.
I remember them.
I've heard of them.
Yeah.
Were they Boston or
No, you're thinking of Mace. That was a
I've
Boston
heard of
band.
them. No, I've heard of Malice.
I'm trying to find it.
I'm only asking because I don't know anything about them. But I
Yeah,
I've
no,
heard of Malice.
they were around, another one of those mid '80s, a lot like Armored Saint, sort of those straight ahead metal bands that didn't really do anything notable. They opened for like Motorhead and a couple other bands, but never really happened. But I remember getting that early on when I was doing college radio, getting an autographed picture from Mick Zane from Malice, and I was like, "Oh my God, this is great!" So I threw it in a scrapbook, and it's still there.
Where'd you do college radio at, Paul?
WDJM in Framingham, Massachusetts, Framingham State College.
Cool.
WGDJM.
You know it, John? John Biel?
No, he wouldn't know. He couldn't get it. He lives like 30 miles away from it, and he can't get it because it was only like a 100-watt radio station.
Oh, really?
WERS was the one I would listen to.
Oh,
Yeah,
Chewbacca.
WERS.
Like, hey, you're gonna
Used to
listen.
have jazz
Are you-
every morning.
Are you talking to that mic down there? You.
This
Yeah.
mic?
Yeah. It should be more like in front of your face, though. That one. I'm just
It is in
saying.
front of-
I'm just
like-
saying. It's not. That's not.
literally
A,
it's 6 inches in front of my face, dude.
That's your
Yeah.
Social distancing.
it's not a room
Yeah,
mic, though.
exactly.
I'm just saying.
I know how an SM58 works. I could
It's a
talk
50s.
to it like this. Is that better? Does that work better for you guys? Is that all right?
No, I'm just
I could
saying
turn up
it's
the gain
kinda
a little
weird.
more.
It's
Set
kind
it
of weird
back
to have
again.
that kind of a mic that's so far away.
How does it
Let's-
sound like I'm? Does it sound like I'm far away?
Yeah.
A little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit. Good, Paul.
Just turn it up.
Brandon, why don't you show them how it's done? Show them how a good mic
I
level
feel
is
like I'm way
achieved.
too loud.
Okay.
I feel like I'm too
Brendan.
loud all the time.
Brendan's gonna. Brendan, what should the mic level be like?
Like this? How's this? I could turn the way up. Does that sound better?
Yeah, it's way better.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's so much better.
Hey now.
Great.
Hey, now.
You owe me a set of AKG 240 headphones now. Thanks.
We'll turn your output volume down.
Well, maybe you back off that microphone, stop deep throating it, and everything will be fine.
I'm not going to get any closer than 6 inches there. Did you guys watch
what she
the
said?
King's Speech? The King's Speech, Paul. Isn't that like the typical?
Yeah, it's supposed to be. Yeah. But if you get, as you know, if you get a little bit closer, it sounds a little deeper, a little more resonant. You back off, and you sound like a
Sounds
kid.
better. I just thought it was
we
kind
can't
of
all
weird.
have RE20s.
Well,
I mean,
You
John
can't all
Biel,
steal them from radio stations you worked for.
I just thought it was kind of weird to see that kind of mic so far away. It just it just looked weird to me. That's all it was.
I can't. I mean, I have my monitor, and it sounds okay to me, but I don't know what you guys are hearing. So
I'm not going to lie to you. I
now
think
it
it's a
sounds
perfect.
really loud.
I think it's a perfect POV shot. To be honest with you.
Ah,
How about that? Is that better? That's worse.
Rough crowd.
say
Tough crap.
Well, we're an hour and 29 minutes into the show. It's time to beat up on John Biel.
Oh God.
Oh,
That's right.
It
Wouldn't-
seems like
wouldn't be
every
Straturday
show we
night.
get. Yeah, it seems like every show we get to one segment where it's like, okay, let's all just sharpen them up and beat up on the kid in the upper right hand corner.
Where's that guitar neck?
Oh Jesus!
Wow, even Johnny's on it.
That's it.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
No.
I
No,
know.
so John Biel. No. I just thought it just looks weird. That's all I'm saying. It's just a weird look to have that kind of a mic.
Well, does it? How does it
So-
sound? How
So-
does it sound? Does it sound weird?
It sounds good. It sounds good. I mean,
It's
it's.
all-
does it sound?
I mean, it's.
I could go much closer. Is that better? I don't know.
That's a lot better.
You know, I know a 58 is it's a kind of a close mic, but I don't
Yeah.
want like the intimate sound here. You know. I don't want you to hear my my hair growing here, my beard growing.
He's doing night calls over there.
Raging colors on the show. He's
I
like,
covered that already earlier.
close
It's
to this
John
mic
Bill.
in my mouth.
John Biel
I didn't
after
hear any of
dark.
that.
Everyone's desk gonna start tipping back the more he talks into the mic.
Your lungs are clear. Let's hear your heart now.
I know that's how you can tell he doesn't have allergies. You don't hear any of the snot whistling in his nose.
That was perfect. Good timing there.
Timing. By the way, Nesdal in the chat. I'm just glad it's not me getting beat on.
Holy fuck!
I do have the omnidirectional mic.
Ooh,
Could do
with the big mic condom on it.
I like this one sound. I felt like this one sound better.
That's good for your back. That's good for the
Another.
back.
It's actually another. It's another 58. Actually, it's a Bear 58.
You need the Gene Rayburn mic. Those are cool.
Yeah, that's what you need. Yeah. Now
somewhere it
that
says
Drew
58.
Carey is using it.
Yeah.
Where's the
Oh,
Well, I have that. One
the
too.
teeny tiny little and the huge
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the tiny little condenser mic.
Yeah.
and the bell bottoms.
Yeah, that's the way to go.
And there's this.
He's got
too.
one. Your little shotgun mic.
Yeah.
That's
Oh.
that's the Jason McNamara. We call that the Jason McNamara now. That's what he uses.
All right, back that up, man.
Yo, man, getting a little too close with that thing. That mic out my face.
I'll stick with the SN 58.
Welcome to Mike Talk on Saturday night.
That's right.
David Lee Roth mic? We were Jeannie and I were watching. What the hell was it? Oh, it was Yankee Rose, the Yankee Rose video. So the microphone that Roth has, Jeannie's like, it looks like a match. The big match microphone. You know, like a match. You know what I'm talking
It had a red top, right?
Yeah.
Not the giant one that they're slamming into the bass drum. You know,
The one that he's riding like a Bronco Buster at
Right.
the end. Woo!
those were some great videos.
Yeah.
They really were.
That's never a good sign. I just noticed one of my dogs was leaving the bedroom and going down the other end of the house, and he's running at one of those paces, like where he's got something he wants to do. I'm like, I don't know if he's got like something in his mouth or something. Like he's definitely did it. He's in one of those who did it and ran moments. It's like I'm gonna go over to the couch in the living room where nobody can see me and eat
Bring the
this
camera.
now.
Come on, let's go with you.
I don't. The camera's not wireless. Otherwise, I would do it. Although I could probably bounce out and then bounce back in on the iPad.
Do it now.
It would be like Jay at Walmart.
Yeah, on location.
Mm-hmm.
I missed that.
Or Caleb at In-N-Out Burger.
Yep.
It's been a long time since he's gone there.
Remember when we almost had Caleb drive past Eddie Van Halen's house?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, we were on there.
Go hide in the bushes.
And here's the thing: Caleb would do it.
Yep.
Anything for the show. You what?
The light come down from the chopper, following him.
Get to the chopper.
Come on, I'm right here. Come on, do it already. You're one ugly.
Do it now. I'm here. Kill me. Do it now.
You're one ugly motherfucker.
Yeah, you one ugly motherfucker.
You're one ugly motherfucker. Come on, I'm right here. I'm over here. Do it. Do it now. my fucking dog is looking at me like, what are you doing? Stop that.
I've been watching Arrested Development. You guys, any fans of Arrested Development? That old
Yeah.
TV show from
The original
Carl-
version of it.
yeah.
Not-
Carl Weathers was on the first season of it.
Not the Netflix version of it.
No,
I
the
think
original, yeah,
I think that
first
was funny.
one,
I
two,
think that's
three.
funny, but the ones from the ones that were actually on Fox. Yeah.
Yeah, early
Right?
2000. I
Was it
think
Fox?
2002.
Yeah, I think it was Fox.
Yeah, it was Fox.
Yeah, those were
Jason Bateman and what's her name? Portia what's her Ellen DeGeneres' wife?
DeRossi.
Yeah.
Portia.
Portia DeRossi. Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Hey, some
Yeah.
guitar ballpark here we got.
So Jay, any update on? Give us an update.
Nice try, Jay.
Wow, I want to hear about the band, man.
I got John B.
Guitar talk. We get guitars.
Well, hey,
What do you
Eddie E.
Yeah.
Eddie E. You got your EVH Frankie?
Oh, you son of a bitch!
What's it? How is it, man?
What's the number?
Yeah, exactly. I'm so
Right?
It's
Oh, we
stunning.
need the details.
Eddie, send me
Send
some.
Johnny some pictures.
Send me some
Yeah.
pictures of it. You can either text them to my phone number or put them in. You can send them to my Facebook.
This is the most excited I've ever seen Johnny Beane.
Yeah.
He's like, yay!
Well, do we know of anyone else who's gotten theirs yet?
No, Michael Smith, you ordered
I
one,
know
right?
a few people have had them on order.
Yeah, and Caleb's got one coming.
sure.
Caleb's waiting for one. Steve Anderson.
Caleb, Steve, yeah.
I don't know. I think Steve Anderson.
Mine is
Go.
due in June. That's what I was told.
What is the retail on them, if I can ask?
June's not far away.
No, it's not. 1,600.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
That's
No,
reasonable.
16.99, I think. Hold on.
That's still less than a good Les Paul.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, all Les Paul, most Les Pauls are pretty good, but 1,700 is about right.
Who's eating?
That'd be Jay Hannon, everybody.
Finish that whole thing off, huh? Nice job.
Well,
No, he had that. Is that the same one from last week?
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Same-
So he didn't. Yeah, he's
Last-
that thing had like I don't know, an eighth of it
That's from
was
last night.
still there last week. Yeah.
Was that a whole jar of M&Ms, like 6 pounds or something? How
It's,
big is that?
3 pounds.
62 ounces.
Yeah, it says street price 1,700. See, I got a lot.
5 pounds of M&Ms.
3 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah, 1,700.
Well, you got a big family. You got a family to feed there, Jay. So
It's almost 4 pounds. It's 3 pounds 14 ounces. So it's almost 4
Yeah.
pounds of M&Ms.
If you will.
There, Eddie. There.
So have they given you, Michael Smith, have they given you a ballpark as to when it's going to be available?
June.
2
days ago was the first time I saw somebody post one, and it got delivered. So they're getting out there.
So you're 2 weeks away.
Yeah, basically.
You might be a few days away,
yeah,
dude.
kind of.
You know,
Yeah, they might ship it soon.
Yeah, I ordered it freaking.
Meantime, I'm waiting for
Yeah.
my Greg Runoff book. Getting that soon. Get my Greg Runoff book
Cool.
on Monday.
Awesome.
I got to reschedule him on here.
Yeah,
Um,
he's a cool dude, man.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
I bought the audio book.
Yeah, I think there's a link. Once I get the book, I can do the link to the audio book, or
Off
I'll actually read it.
off iTunes.
I
right?
might rather listen to the audiobook. Yeah, or what's the Audible?
I think there's an
It's a free
there's an
free
audio
download.
there's an audio. I'm just gonna talk. I think there's an audio version on iTunes.
I
A
got
lot?
mine from Amazon.
I don't know if it's like official though. I'm not.
Yeah,
sure.
there was an option.
what do you mean official?
Well, and at some point
I don't know if
it'll be
it's-
it'll be on YouTube because the other one's on YouTube.
But he doesn't get anything for that.
Van Halen Rising.
Once it's on YouTube,
No.
he doesn't get
And that's-
anything
I
for
mean-
that.
But
It's
it's on-
bootleg. It's a bootleg.
What is it, Johnny? Which one did does he?
I have I can listen to it on YouTube because I bought the real thing. So
But there's a brand new
Justifies it.
the brand new book. I saw because when we were looking for it the other day, right before he was going to come on. We were looking, and I found on iTunes it said you could get it as audio, but I don't know if it's official. I don't
Should be
know.
like a robot reading it.
Well,
I mean, it seems like Greg would know who did
Sound
the audiobook for it.
Imagine you get an audiobook that sounds like Joe Montana is talking football. Yeah, I know what I'm talking
Yeah,
Yeah. Eddie Van Halen came through.
No. I'm not even going to do it.
Do it.
No, I can't.
Oh, come on. Oh, shit, you can't.
Do it.
Do it now.
I can't.
Son of a bitch.
Well, we're all watching.
You don't have to.
Waiting.
Yeah.
No, but I'm interested to. Has anyone? No one has read it, or I'm seeing. It was back ordered when I ordered it. I ordered like, probably 2 or 3 weeks ago, and it was. It said it was on back order, and then like 2 days ago, it said it would be out Monday, or I'd get it Monday.
Find Greg Runoff and say, "Hey, I'm waiting for my book for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I want you to read it over the
man.
phone. Tell him to read it over the phone."
Read that motherfucker.
A reading from the book of Runoff.
Chapter 1.
I've looked into a couple of hours.
I got to read this again. I'd like to read this again.
I listened to a few hours of it on my way home from a steam inspection in Kansas, and it's pretty damn good.
There's a lot of cool details in this one and an old monk book.
Look at him. Who's that? Look at
It's been a while. Eddie, that looks like a good hamburger there. Someone was asking what that picture's from. I think it was like their, Johnny, it was at
it's John.
McDonald's, actually.
Wait, when did you get back?
I'm back. Sorry.
No, we just had an author on here. He was about to read. And
Chapter 1.
You want to do a reading from the book of Runoff?
Jim BL.
I'm always for that.
Jim BL.
This is Jim BL.
I'm going to just pick a random. Here we go. In the meantime, the party
Professor.
was raging.
Professor John.
Van Halen played everything from Funky Numbers by James Brown and Rolling Stones to Skull Crushers by Humble Pie and
No,
Montrose.
you got to read it properly.
With a few.
Do you have like a proper, like a proper voice? Like
Do you have a-
like
Quote,
by any chance, do you have a pipe?
Hold on. Here we go.
quote, we had rented a Trooperette spotlight. We put it on top of the work shed, which is on the other side of the swimming pool, in the shine for it to shine down on us. You'd open it up wide enough, and you'd get the whole band until there was some singing or solo. So they're talking about a spotlight at one of their parties. Under the beam of light, they packed the crowd. The packed crowd surged with the most wasted kids held upright by the press of the crowd around the pool. Partygoers pushed each other into the water and ran around the patio, laughing uproariously. Wet T-shirts abound. According to
Slower.
the touche, people were throwing each other in. Girls were running around half naked and drunk and jumping in the pool. Runoff.
That would have been better with a
Chapter
pipe.
6, 141.
A reading from the book of Runoff. It is Sunday, so
chair and a smoking chair.
John, are you wearing pants?
Me?
You let it slip, huh?
What? I'm wearing shorts.
Are you wearing pants? Oh, dude, I swear to God. When you like moved your leg over, it looks like you had nothing on, man.
Yeah, that's how I do the show. That's my Straturday night. Naked from the waist down.
That would have been awesome. No, it was almost, but it was like something.
In front of your naked, steaming ears.
Get down there.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Anyway, round 2. Pants? I don't need no stinking pants.
Pants are overrated.
Who's not wearing pants?
I got shirt on.
Let's
I'm
see
wearing
everybody's pants.
I'm wearing pants.
Are they red?
I got my pants.
Oh, Johnny's wearing blue jeans.
Ooh, Johnny's
Blue
got
jeans.
blue jeans.
He lost
Blue.
50 pounds. He's digging into his high school wardrobe right now.
I lost 15 pounds. Yeah. These pants I haven't worn in years.
Really?
Yeah.
I went to the doctor yesterday and I put on 15 pounds, you son of a bitch. I gotta lose weight. I'm becoming bulbous.
Bulbous. Good description.
Portly.
Well, it's tough to get bulbous.
Husky. This was when I was
You gotta work at that.
skins.
And I'm still working. I'm considered an essential employee. So I'm walking 2 miles, 3 miles a day, in trains.
What the hell are you eating then? If you're walking that much every day, what do you?
What am I eating? Obviously not the right shit. I mean, I come home, I just
Same here, man. I'm eating like crap. Takeout every night, just about. It's or the same, American chop suey or something.
No.
Or a sandwich, a ham sandwich. About it.
Let's throw that question out to the chat room. How many people in the chat room have declared themselves fat fucks?
Yeah, it's not the didn't gain the freshman 15.
I think I'm eating less, but I'm eating more crappy.
Yeah, definitely eating shittier.
Yeah,
like one big meal a day. The rest is like, a sandwich or something small.
Eunice Pinkle's been eating spaghetti every night. No food delivery.
Yeah, a lot of pasta, a lot of.
Oh, she's gonna stay thin. 10 pounds. Okay, Bet Tom says he's lost 10 pounds since March.
No, that's Q.
That's a Q.
It's a Q0. He's lost no pounds.
Well, it could be 20.
No, he retracted that message. Go down.
Q is next to 2 and next to 1.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Quo.
Yeah. Brian Spalding, he's gained 10 pounds.
I've lost quo pounds.
Amanda says I was a fat fuck to start.
I'll find out next week. I have a doctor's
you
appointment
weren't.
next week.
What if that FF stands for something else?
I was fucking fabulous to start.
Yeah, fit and fabulous. That's
okay. All right. I retract the fat fuck and change it to fucking fabulous.
Fine female.
There you go. Yeah. Oh God.
I have no idea what that means.
I'm gonog. I'm gonog pot. I'm on a
Fine
gonog
fox?
pot. Gold.
Fox. Tessie, is that you or Amanda?
Nice.
Oh.
Fine fox.
What was it that you said, Michael? What?
Which one? Amanda is fit and fabulous, Captain. That's what Bent Tom said. Oh.
That's very nice, Renus.
Amanda is a fit and fabulous captain.
Oh.
Hello.
It's a visual I didn't need. I could go my whole life without that visual.
Thanks, Rena.
Yeah, thanks, Renus.
Renus. Furry and French. We got.
Oh.
Oh God.
Well, they are. Most of the French women are furry. I met. Hey.
Amanda says, "I'm dying." That's not too funny. That's 3 funny.
Bread and corn syrup.
Thanks for sharing that.
Wow.
Okay. Eat around the edges.
All right.
That's what she said?
Oh.
At first, yeah.
Eat around the edges. I'm not even gonna start.
We already started.
Eat around the edges of the brown eye.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, he finished it.
You asked me to say it.
Looking at you, that was pretty funny. You turned to the side. I don't think you were looking at him. I don't know.
Michael, what are you saying? What's wrong with you?
You guys stop it.
Michael.
Yeah.
I just got out of Facebook jail. That's why I couldn't get on last week.
Again?
Dude,
Yeah.
you have the best posts on Facebook ever. I die laughing every time I share them. I'm like, oh, look what he wrote this time. Like, I tell my wife all the time. Like, dude, Michael's hilarious.
Yeah, I was in for three days.
I don't know where you find that stuff, man. But
I have a warning now. If I fuck up again, they're gonna put me in for a week.
Jeez. Well, yeah. It's
What are they saying? Like, what are the charges? What are the charges on you?
probably inappropriate.
They're
And there's Michael's latest.
Someone report you.
Kind of
That's
truth.
what happens.
somebody probably reported me. Hold on, I'll show you when I pull up my own account. Just look, it's underneath.
Hey, let's not forget this as well.
Nope.
Rest in peace, Fred Willard.
Wait, sorry, John. Hang on.
Only I can see it. And then let me open it up.
Jesus.
It's like it's the Facebook version of not being able to get your passcode in your phone right. The more you screw it up, the more multiples of time that you can't log in again.
That's true.
What was the post about that you got banned for again?
I can show it to you if you want, but it's pretty racy. It's pretty funny.
Jesus.
No, I can't. No, I'm not. No.
Well, at least describe it to us.
Oh,
Tell us what it was.
Put it in the Discord. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah.
I'll
So
send
yeah,
it.
you can put it in the Discord. That's cool. Anything's allowed in there.
Okay, I put it in the Discord. When did you see this? Hilarious.
Now, a buddy of mine used to get put in jail, Facebook jail all the time. It's like 3 days, like Michael said, then a week, then 30 days, and then 3 months. And he got to the 3 months.
Did he really?
Oh yeah, he did.
Wow.
He's like, I want to see if I can do this. Well, you win, you know?
I want to see if I can do this.
Right.
And then when I got out, I put this
Yeah,
up.
I'm not seeing a lot of posts from Michael Smith. Pile.
You got a cherry donut and a pie. No, but then there's the other one though, Michael, that you post when you come out of there with the Vince McMahon walking down the thing. You know, like I just did out of Facebook.
Oh,
Yeah, I love the Vince McMahon thing. Yeah,
That one's great.
walking out of Facebook jail.
I like that one, and the John Lennon one where he's doing the keep on trucking. Says,
Yeah.
"Don't come at me with your nonsense, and I'm coming at you with my nonsense."
Yeah, that's funny.
I got it in here somewhere.
Oh my gosh. So what? Hey, Colleen. So what happens, Michael? So when you get put into Facebook jail, what can you and can't you do?
You cannot post. You cannot like. You can actually. You can see other people's feeds. That's fine, but you have no interaction with
People's feet.
Well, feed.
That's a different site, John.
That's something else.
Yeah. That's on the fetish side.
That's Feet Book.
I bet they have that.
So you basically can watch everything.
Probably.
You can't interact. You know. You also can though if somebody puts up like on their stories, you can go into that and and say something to them or
You can look, but you can't touch.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good way of putting it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You can look, but you can't touch.
Wow.
But someone has to report you though. It doesn't just happen, you know, because there's so many people on there. Someone has to go, hey, this is inappropriate.
Mhm.
No, with this one, I mean, I guess I'm on
Well,
the
they detect
radar.
It must have been really, but yeah, you're flagged, man.
Yeah. So I hit the the send thing for the picture, and like 3 seconds later, like you're fucked.
Oh no. They got a guy, yeah, put him on the Michael Smith one.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's what
exactly.
you heard.
They knocked me out.
All kind of alerts are going off at Facebook. Smith posted again. He's back.
Yeah, the guy
I'm gonna
sitting
get
behind
control of
the
this
computer
guy.
waiting for his post to come through.
Ah,
I'm looking for the get when I put the guy walking out of there.
But let's say if you have a backup account, because a lot of us we have, probably a couple accounts. Can you still use your other one?
No, I mean the one you're banned from. You're banned from. You can use a backup account though, but then thing of it is if you have a backup account, none of your friends are gonna migrate over there. So it's like you're a new user.
You're a tree falling in the woods. Is basically what you are.
Yeah.
No, I get requests all the time on my backup account from people I know already. People are always finding me over there. All the time.
It's because when you type in Johnny Beane, like 4 different pages show up. So you have to well, I guess I'll send him a friend request from each one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, John BL, he just joined my other one
Oh, about time, John.
the other night. Remember?
Only because you told me who how to find it.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah,
know?
and I'll let anybody over there. Actually, I'm like 50 away from 5,000 on my main one. On my normal one.
Post it. Let's see it.
So if anybody wants me on my backup, it's John J. Is it JOHN? JOHN and then E and then BEAN.
Well, I don't think I'm friends with you on that one.
I'm on that one.
Find me on that one. Yeah. Although I'm never over there. I mean, the only stuff I post over there are like these videos. I'll repost these videos over there, and I've got like 400. I've got like 400 people over there. You know.
Are you still posting on Howie's Facebook? And I don't know, did he have Instagram too?
Oh, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I'll do like flashback stuff. You know, if I find like pictures of Howie that I never, put up. But I'll do like a lot of Ned sleeping pictures. Which I took some the other day, which I never put up. Did I?
Where is Ned? Have we seen him? I don't think we've seen Ned tonight.
No, he's outside. Look at this.
The night is young for Ned.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Is that what you posted? That's what you posted, Michael?
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
I got you banned right away too.
No, I didn't get banned from that. No.
Here's a picture of Ned that I took the other day.
Oh.
Sleeping.
Pictures, Dad.
And then he was waking up.
Oh.
It'll be so comfortable, man.
Good night, Rob.
Yeah.
Good night, Rob.
Good night, Rob.
I'll talk to you soon, man.
Good night, Rob.
We'll talk to you soon.
Yeah. How soon? In 5 minutes. I had a proud dad moment tonight, boys.
Let's hear it, man.
Go ahead.
You're not gonna be able to hear it right now. So before
No.
I put Ellie to bed and said goodnight, I said, what music do you want to listen to tonight? Metallica.
Yes.
Yep.
By request.
She listens to music every night when she goes to sleep. And tonight she wanted to hear Metallica. I was pumped.
She had nightmares all night.
Nah, man. She loves it. Loves it.
What do you have? What playlist, or do you just have a bunch of different?
It's Ride the Lightning, Master of Puppets, and Justice for All, and Black Album, front to
What is
back.
she, 3 or 4? I
She's
can't picture a 4-year-old or a
3.5.
3-year-old listening to Metallica. That's funny.
That's parenting.
But hey, he's
Right.
got good taste, man.
Well, I mean, if I was, playing any kind of music, all the time, she would be.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
that,
it's what she's been exposed to. Is what she's come to like at this point.
Yeah, I have a close friend who has 2 kids now as well, and his son. He's got a son and a daughter. His son, I believe, is 9 now. I think he's 9. And I talked to him about this, and I said, "Dude, Ellie, like, she loves the heavy stuff, man. Not too heavy. Like Metallica's probably the heaviest thing, but like Van Halen, Crazy Lick. She loved Motley Crue, anything with a good solid drum beat." And she's like, "Yeah." So my buddy was like, "Dude, she's gonna go to school and get made fun of for listening to that stuff." And I'm like,
She's gonna be a badass chick.
"Yeah, like what are you talking about?" I was like, "What is your kid listening to?"
She's gonna kick their ass.
His son, he's got his son listening to what is that stuff called? Like EDM or something. I'm like, wait a minute, so you got to listen to that stuff all day? And he's
Electronic
like,
dance music, isn't that what that is?
Yeah, because I guess it's in like one of the video games the kid plays, like Roblox or whatever the hell it's called. There's some like EDM music in that,
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I'm like, man, if Ellie was listening to that, I would go nuts.
Oh,
Oh
The
my God, yeah.
whole house shaking, and I wouldn't be able to handle it, man. I really wouldn't.
Well, how old were you when you first started listening to metal? You were a teenager, right? I mean,
Metal
for me,
yeah,
I think it was probably, I mean, I was in high
metal.
school.
I was probably 10 or 11, but I was listening to Van Halen and Rush and stuff like that up until then.
I guess, yeah, Van Halen I was listening to, yeah.
Yeah, but anything back then, I was kind of like
10 and 11. I mean,
But once I heard, And Justice for All, I was like, oh my God, what is this
did you?
thing?
I mean, what was your, when you first kind of started to understand that kind of music? Because you do kind of have to understand like why they're so angry or why they're playing so fast. I mean, it's kind of like, it's different than the stuff you always grew up with on the rock radio and that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, big time. And I
So
think,
you do kind of have to understand where they're coming from.
I don't know. I just thought it was.
I don't know that
It
there's.
took me
I
a
don't know
while,
that that's a valid. I don't know that that's valid though, because every year or every couple of years, a new generation of kids find bands like Led Zeppelin and the Beatles and all this classic rock and the Rolling Stones, and they embrace it. So I mean,
But that's different than Metallica.
No, it's not.
I think Metallica
No, it's
is
not.
a far. Oh, I would.
I
No,
think
Metallica
Different
is,
than Led
is-
Zeppelin and the Beatles, and
How so?
I wouldn't say it's like a next step to any of those. It's certainly heavier, faster. Different tone.
the anger.
different maybe not subject matter so much.
more
the music.
but it's more aggressive.
Yeah, but the music. But that's. Is it more aggressive than Black Sabbath?
Yeah.
Is it more?
Yeah.
Is it no? Is it more aggressive than Freewheel Burning from Judas Priest? I mean, it's all been there. It's all been there. That just the early Metallica
Yeah,
stuff
Priest
is
and
considered
Motorhead were some of the earlier ones.
right.
Yeah.
But now Metallica has become so commonplace that I don't believe the perception of Metallica is anywhere near what it used to be. Right.
No.
So to this generation, the next generation, there's no difference between Metallica
It's
and the
the
Rolling
norm.
Stones and U2. It's all
Right.
old people rock.
I agree.
now.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree with you there.
I remember the first time I heard Metallica was swapping cassettes.
Tape trading, yeah.
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 That's how I found them.
I mean, I'll just give you my,
Another one, by the way, real quick, that I put up once I got out of Facebook jail. You can see that.
Is that Johnny Cash?
Yeah.
I mean, just like when I was a kid, like the first stuff I really remember like obsessing over was either Brown Sugar from the Rolling Stones or Shake It Up from the Cars. Those were the first two songs I remember, and my parents remember me completely like oh my God, I had the 45 and just nonstop. And then
At what age? Like,
when did those songs come out? 82.
you know,
Probably
Brown
like,
Sugar was
I
the
probably about
60
3 or 4 years
70.
old with one of those Play School record
the
players.
Cars. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, like the orange turntable and the brown thing. Whatever.
That was a big album.
I had that
album.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it had the top. The top was orange, and you took it off.
Yep.
Yeah.
Piece of crap plastic needle, but it was awesome. It was still cool. So I remember listening to that stuff and then hearing my brother listening to the rock, the heavier rock. But like anytime up until I was like that 10, 11-year-old, maybe, probably 10 or 11, anytime I kind of heard something heavier than that with a little more aggressive vocals, I was like, nope, just didn't even want to hear it. And then like, my cousin Sean got the Justice tape for Christmas in 88. And I was just like, what is this? Like, holy shit. I had no choice but to listen to it because I was in his room. He kept playing it. That and Def Leppard Hysteria. Those are the two tapes he got that Christmas. But no, and I was instantly from then on hooked on that type of stuff.
Yeah.
And then probably about 1994 to 5, I remember hearing like Fear Factory and stuff like that. And that was like that next level of whoa. It's like it was almost a gradual thing from like lighter to heavier to heavier.
Yeah.
And I think,
schooling. That's your heavy metal schooling. Right
yeah,
there.
John and Paul are kind of not really talking about the exact same things. I get each of your stories, and I think me and John are kind of on the same page of like, it was a progression in heaviness. It wasn't like I heard my parents' music and then heard Slayer and was like, whoa, and then backed off. It was like,
yeah, you can't just jump right into that. You gotta,
No.
it's gotta be gradual. Yeah, I was
I'll
afraid of it. Some of that early stuff.
I'll put this. Yes, mine was-
Nice.
those things are probably expensive
goodness.
shit now, aren't they?
I think my sister had one of those. Yeah,
Go to the one, Johnny. Can you go to the
I
one
don't
on
think
the
I
left?
had that, but I do remember that.
I thought mine had more orange. No, that wasn't it.
That looks like one of these,
It's like a
Yeah,
sound
it
machine
does.
on the left. It's a sound machine.
just with more sounds. Yeah,
This Johnny's
Actually-
Amazon account. So.
actually, it has no
Jay.
sounds.
That's exactly it.
Wow.
Oh, it's the top.
Oh,
What is that? Is that like an external speaker?
I had
Oh, look at
something
that.
like
That's a full stack right there.
yeah.
Orange.
I had something
By
like that.
orange.
Ew.
It was orange though, the one that I
Wow.
had, but this is all newer.
Colleen Gray's in the house, by the way.
That-
hey, Colleen.
Yes. Hey, Colleen. Great show earlier.
Awesome show earlier. And she has first concert
Colleen.
period.
Weeble wobbles.
Rock concert. So
First concert.
yeah.
Oh, we can do it. We can do that. We can talk about that.
Still,
My-
let's do it.
Okay, my first concert was Raffi.
Really?
Mine was Chicago, the band Chicago, 1980.
Damn, 1980, huh?
Yeah, dude.
Mine was Billy Joel. Billy Joel at Stormfront tour. The first show of the Stormfront tour, 1988, I think, or 89. The first big arena show that I've been to.
I was gonna say, yeah, my first big arena show was Queen, 1980, 20th row
Nice.
orchestra in Madison Square Garden.
Wow.
Any of those Madison Square Garden was always a legendary place.
Van Halen,
Tour went through there.
1993, Orange County Speedway, Middletown, New York.
Oh, wow, really? Nice.
Middletown, nice.
That one's on YouTube, man.
Oh, really?
There's a
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, I've seen that one.
I was there, man.
I have an Orange County Speedway story after everybody gets their concerts in there.
Well, that show is cool because the Vince Neil band opened up for Van Halen that show.
Cool.
Steve Stevens, oh my god, it was so awesome. It was friggin'
Did
awesome.
Drivin' and Cryin' open on that? Because
No,
Drivin' and
it
Cryin'
was
and
only-
Vince Neil opened when I saw
It was
them.
only Vince Neil and Van Halen. But
and Van Halen.
our first show, like, it was so cool.
Amanda says that hers was her pop. Cool. Metal Mike says Aerosmith. What year? Metal Mike.
Wow, Elvis 76.
That's awesome. My cousin saw Elvis. I never saw him.
I saw
Comedian?
Beatlemania in 1979.
Was that Brad Delp or
Oh, actually, I take it back. Maybe
no? He did Beetlejuice.
1977.
Brad Delp was
No,
Beetlejuice.
Beatlemania was a
Broadway
Beatles.
show, right?
Yeah, it was like it was a touring version of a Beatles tribute act, and Aldo Nova was George Harrison.
Oh, okay.
Oh, cool.
Oh, wow.
I remember that they advertised that all the time on Broadway when I was living in the Bronx.
They gave away flexi discs. Remember those little plastic records? They
Yeah.
gave away flexi discs for Beatlemania on an ice cream truck. That's how I was made aware of it.
Wow. Where did you see that?
Colonial
Was it
Theater
like a
in
theater
Boston.
or like a okay.
Colonial Theater in Boston, and I remember the thing that the most memorable part of it, other than Aldo Nova being George Harrison, was coming out of the Colonial Theater, looking across the Boston Common, and seeing the big Playboy bunny painted on the side of the building, because that's where the Playboy Club used to be.
Okay, Colin Gray asks, which band has everyone seen the most live? Mine is Van Halen, upwards of 30 times, and the second it would be Rush, and that's in the mid-20s. Yeah, because every time,
Man.
every time they came, I would go to all three arenas where I lived. So you had the Nassau Coliseum.
What do you remember? Do you remember them all? Like specific things from each show, or just just a haze?
can't.
Like
I
I
don't
can't
think
remember
you can.
any of the
Hey,
concerts.
it's a haze, man.
I really can't remember any of the shows. Yeah.
Yeah, but I had
And not that I was like on anything. I mean, I was a teenager most of the time, but
Brendan Byrne Arena and then Madison Square Garden. So whenever, because they're my two favorite bands, Van Halen first, Rush second. So whenever they came, I would go to. They would always play all three arenas. So I'd go to all three.
Wait, when was the?
well, yeah, the New York area.
Yeah.
Did you see the any on the Balance tour at
Yeah.
the in Jersey, Meadowlands?
Oh yeah.
Johnny,
So
I think that's like Beatlemania from
You
the
were there,
60s.
Jay?
Yeah. So we were at the same show.
Yep, I was there.
No, these are pictures from when I first played.
There you go. Okay.
My first concert I played. These are some pictures. Yeah.
Is that you in the second row there?
That's when you played Fanboy. That's you in the second row.
In the hair hat.
Yeah.
Yes, I think I want to say Van Halen came around twice on that on the Balance tour to the Meadowlands. If I'm not mistaken.
Let's see.
Which one was 88 was the one
Ambulance,
that was
that's-
canceled, right?
Ambulance
Madison Square
tour?
Garden or Brendan Byrne Arena? I think 88 was Mrs. Butt Cheeks went to that one. Well, and
Really?
they were listening to Van Halen all the way down and didn't hear the report that the show was canceled because Eddie hurt his hand. And so they got down there and no one was there. She's like,
Oh God.
kind of blows. Yeah.
Man.
How about you guys? What?
Imagine pulling in the park, or imagine driving past, like approaching the arena, and the first second you see no cars in the parking lot.
That's what happened.
Check the tickets.
That's what happens. My
Where was that?
brother-in-law.
Brendan?
That was about 88, I think.
So the Brendan Byrne
Wow.
Arena.
Yeah. I think it was that tour.
That happened to me too.
Oh, the 88?
Sort of at Oakland Coliseum. Because
The
what
one where-
happened was they said that a band member was sick, but we've talked about this. But actually, what happened was Eddie was arrested at the airport on the way there because he had a gun in his bag.
Oh, wait.
So anyway, we pull up to the show, and there's no one there, and they're turning cars away.
Wow.
Yeah, and then they it was done later on.
Who put the news out that he actually got arrested? Do you remember? Was it the news or was it?
It was in the newspaper. I read it in the paper. Yeah, I still have it. I've got the clipping of it.
Oh man.
Okay, somebody.
That was the 88 from
Somebody
the
asked-
88 show?
Yeah, 88. It was 87, 88, or 88. It was one of those 3 years, but it was around there. Michael, mine was Rush. I saw Rush 15 times. So,
Cool.
but I mean, that's my favorite band. You know that we went. The best Rush story I had though was I was going to college, University of Hartford in Connecticut. I forget I don't know if it was the Presto tour. And they're playing the Worcester Centrum, and that was like it was probably a 2-hour drive from Hartford to there. And I was in my buddy's car. He had a Z28.
About a 1 hour drive.
Okay,
I've
well,
been there.
he had it anyway. He had his Z28. We were going about we were going about 160.
He's like,
In
when
my
I'm
car.
driving, it's an hour.
It was the scariest freaking time ever because he was like just blowing past everybody, 160 miles an hour. Like, yeah, I'll never do that again.
He was in a rush to get to Rush.
Hey, well, Mr. Big opened up for them too. Mr. Big opened up for them with "Addicted to That Rush" was the first
Oh,
song
wow.
I played.
Nice.
That was a
Oh.
great show.
Nice. What about you, Jay?
That's why they chose it on that tour.
Bands that I actually went to see. It's Rush.
The most?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
How many times? Do you have any idea, like roughly? I always say mid-20s because I lost count.
Probably like maybe 6 times.
Awesome. Paul?
Of which band that I've seen the most?
Yeah.
Maybe Metallica or Ozzy. because of Ozfest, because of how many of those Ozfests that I've worked over the years.
Oh, okay.
For what I do. Yeah, I mean, it's weird. Like bands that I have voluntarily gone to see, like bands that I've wanted to see more than others. Probably either AC/DC or Aerosmith.
Awesome.
But I've been incidental exposure to bands. I mean, you know, because of festivals and stuff that I do for a living.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it would be Metallica or Ozzy.
And you weren't at the 2005 Ozfest, right? Didn't we talk about this already?
I was actually.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. In fact, that was I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, did you play Sacramento on that gig?
Probably.
Was that the night? That was the night that Deftones couldn't play in Sacramento, and I had to go on stage and tell 15,000 people that Marilyn Manson would end up headlining the second stage because Chino was too.
Was that 2004 then?
I think it was either 2004 or 2005.
It wasn't 5 because that was the year I was on it, and those.
Okay, so that wasn't that one. Then 2005 Ozfest was in
Phoenix.
No, I was 2005. I was in. I was probably no. Where was I? I was either in Boston. I was either in Boston or Kansas City. And the Boston show.
Yeah, I have
the Boston show was
where was
Mansfield. It was Mansfield. It was the opening show of that. It was the opening show of that tour.
Was that the night? Was that the night of the Iron Maiden egging incident?
That was the California show.
All right.
Where's Google?
We talked
again.
That was. There should be a picture of me at that show backstage somewhere with Geezer Butler, where the Midday Chick and I had to wear Yankees jerseys on stage because we lost a bet with Zach Wilde. We all went to a ball game the day before. A little bit before. And the Red Sox and Yankees were playing at Fenway Park. Zach actually picked up the cost of like hot dogs for an entire section. It was hilarious. He was walking through the entire section in his Black Label gear, handing hot dogs to people. And then the Red Sox ended up losing. They ended up losing the game, so we lost a bet and had to wear. I think I wore Don Mattingly's jersey on stage at Ozfest when we were announcing some bands. So that might have been the year that you guys played.
What was the egg
hell.
story? What was the egg story?
The egg story was when Black Label's road crew started egging Iron Maiden because Bruce Dickinson was bad-mouthing the fact that Ozzy uses a teleprompter.
Really?
Not by name, but he was like, you know, he had said something from the stage about some bands have to use teleprompters because they can't remember the words to their own friggin' songs. And the next night, Phil and all the guys from Black Label basically sat in the orchestra pit and egged Iron Maiden at allegedly at Sharon's direction.
Yeah.
Wow.
I remember hearing about that because I didn't really watch any of those shows that day. And I just remember hearing about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, holy shit. It was a big to-do, but, you know.
Yep.
Johnny, what about you?
The band I've seen the most?
So,
Wait.
I'm sorry. Somebody else?
no, it looks like Jay. If Jay played on the 05 Ozfest, he played San Bernardino with the.
That's the one with the egg
site.
with the egg thing. Yeah, San Bernardino.
Oh, okay.
What was the Arizona show?
I wasn't here in 2005 in Arizona. I didn't get to Arizona until 2010.
I'm just curious just to find out where it was. Anyway.
My guess is that was
Phoenix Cricket Wireless
Pavilion. Yeah, it's an outside amphitheater. It was the Desert Sky Pavilion. Then it became Cricket. Now I don't know what it's like. It's got a new corporate name every year, but it's an outside amphitheater. It's big. You can put like 16,000 people in this amphitheater.
Wow.
But it's right off of I-10 in Phoenix.
Actually,
we didn't play that
nightmare.
one. We didn't play that
20,151.
Yeah, it's a big one.
We played the built stage that they, the smaller second stage.
Johnny?
We didn't play that stage.
We played the 13,000 seater stage.
We played the one with the 13 seats.
13.
Yeah, and there was only 2 people there.
They didn't sell out, right?
No.
Standing room only.
Yeah. Everybody left when we went on. What, the band I've seen the most?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Who are they?
Take a guess.
I have no idea. I don't know. I'll say
That's the Police.
no.
No, Johnny didn't get to see them, and only once or twice.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
I'll shut
Yeah, the
up.
Police I only got to see twice, and that was on the reunion tour.
I never saw them. I wish I would have seen them, man.
Oh yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome. There's a home video you can get. Speaking of home videos, though, Jean-Pierre, last night was that last night? Or the night before we were watching those home videos.
Oh, when we were watching a couple nights ago.
Oh, that's like Tuesday night, I think it was. Tuesday or Wednesday? When we were on Zoom?
Last night, yeah, Tuesday.
It wasn't Zoom. It was on Facebook. It was the new Facebook.
We did the Messenger,
room.
yeah, Facebook.
Facebook has a room.
Oh yeah.
Thing. Which Michael, as soon as you can get back into Facebook, you'll have to jump into one of these.
I'm in Facebook. I'm back again.
Oh, okay. We'll have to do a Facebook room. But we were watching, and I hate to say it, I'm not the biggest fan of the band that we were watching, but it was a very cool. What was it, like, documentary on the that's it right there. Black.
Yeah, it was like a Canadian TV series with Backstage Secrets. Not Black. Backstage Secrets.
Wow.
But it basically follows the Rush's road crew on a whole tour, and it's like a
cool.
So yeah, I mean it's a cool documentary. It just it goes through every, from the technician, the techs, the sound guys, the monitor guys, the riggers. It goes through a whole like Canadian tour.
Yeah.
From,
I know it sounds horrible, but it actually is really, really interesting if you're really into seeing the behind the scenes of how they put together concerts, and talk about the lighting and the sound and all that. It was pretty good. Actually, he turned it off, and I was still watching it. And
we got part 2. We can do part 2 next week.
Okay. I was feeling bad though, because for you it was like 4 a.m, and I know
I was getting late.
I
was kind of crashing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was fun.
Damn taco lover. I'm drinking tea.
John Biel, what about you?
What's that? Well, the most band I've seen the most.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to ask him what he
either Van Halen or, actually, to be honest with you, Bela Fleck and the Flecktones was all throughout my college years. I saw them several times. They played all over the place, and
cool.
I didn't really follow them, but I saw them probably, 10 times. And then the bands that I worked for, that would Eddie Money. I mean, I saw 2 times a year for 8 years or 9 years.
Right.
All those Jethro Tull and a lot of the bands that would come through the club where I worked. So, but that I paid for, Bela Fleck or Van Halen.
Cool. Ryan Spalding said that he saw Alan Holdsworth about 12 times.
Wow.
He's badass.
I was looking
Alan
through
Holdsworth, yeah.
some stuff, John Biel. It's 82, wasn't 88. That my wife's, the show she was going to was canceled. Brenda Burner was 82.
Oh, okay.
Because they did, I think they did 3 shows, and the first one or the last one was canceled. I can't remember which one it was. But because she was a huge, Roth fan. She wasn't so much a Sammy fan. So it was like 88. That wasn't even Roth. So it had to be earlier. That's why I went and looked.
Right.
82.
82.
Wow, man.
Yeah, we're old, Jay. You know what to say.
It just says now this was actually in a couple of the books. It says notes canceled due to Eddie's wrist fracture.
Right.
And that's kind of documented in the Noel Monk book.
How many shows did they have to cancel?
3. Let's see, 3 looks like 3 shows.
3 shows.
Brendan Bryan Arena twice, and then the Nassau Coliseum. Oh no, 4.
That's it?
Yep. All 3 at
No,
Brendan
3.
Byrne and 1
3.
Nassau.
3.
Yep.
So he broke his wrist.
yeah.
It must have been like a stress fracture then, right? I mean, the only
We could do a
missed
reading
like
from
4
the
shows.
book of Monk.
Yeah, tape it up, get right back out there.
They get into it. Like it was, I think in that when they actually published this and described the incident, it was like, it was kind of damning to Ed. Like, it was, kind of saying it was his fault and they canceled these shows and
Well, get your
they
reading
kind of had
glasses
to.
on.
Noel Monk had to do a lot of. I don't know if I can find it.
Get your glasses on. Let's hear it.
Talk amongst yourself.
Yeah, I like those glasses, John. I like it when you wear those.
I think you should wear them all.
I
No,
think
take the
that-
lenses out and wear them all the time.
Yeah, or just wear the lenses.
Just wear the lenses.
You need a
like a monocle.
John Biel needs a monocle.
John
Oh,
Biel's
that'd
new
be
Mr.
great. Yeah, then he'd look exactly
Oh.
like Mr. Moneybags
He's new Mr.
in Monopoly.
Peanut. Mr. Peanut.
That's the
Let's get a
biggest
top hat.
wristband. That's the biggest wristband
Yeah,
I've
right.
ever seen in my life.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know where I could find that where he talks about it.
Yeah, and that's not even the Frankie. That's the ad Frankie.
55.
So this would have been, well, like the end of the right, the end of the
that's
U.S.
kinda
leg,
towards- Let's see.
because he only played that guitar in South America. on
It
that
was
tour.
like October, I think. October, November.
Actually, middle,
That
very
year.
middle.
Is it
Yeah,
middle?
kind of the middle of that era. That tour. Does it say what? Did you say what arena that was from? Which show that was from?
Did I?
Glasses here. Does it say what show that picture was from?
Hey, Michael, is that your avatar?
What's that?
Right there. Is that one of David's pictures? David Plastic?
Yeah, it's close to it because it's a different angle, I think. It was called Without Music. It was in Guitar World.
October 15, 82. This is New York City.
October.
New York
Yeah.
City.
That's Brendan Bryan. It says it was canceled. That
Oh, you
shows-
can't see it.
says
Oh,
that
man.
show, 10,
Brendan
15,
Byrne.
82
Brendan
is-
Byrne.
Hang on. It didn't show it.
Whatever.
Brendan Bryan.
There it is, Johnny.
I did a pop-up screen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks fine to me.
Yeah, you don't need
Yeah.
a cast.
Oh, here we go.
Get out there.
Here's the. All right.
Don't you think that?
Can you come over?
Don't you think
he
that
said.
a medical doctor would have used his proper name, Edward?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Here we go. I'm muting my microphone. I want to hear this.
So, I don't know how much you want me to read.
Wait, before you read.
Can you come? Yeah. Oh, that's the problem. Ed explained. Al stepped on the rug and scattered some of the pieces. What?
He pulled out his purple-headed warrior.
Then I got so pissed I punched the wall. I watched as Edward cradled one hand inside the other. How bad? I asked.
Hold on, man. Hold on. I want to hear
Good
this.
sound of-
I want to hear this. Hold on.
That wasn't me.
He took a couple slugs of vodka. Well, that fucking wall is not sheetrock. It sure wasn't. I was a good old New York brick. It was a good old New York brick wall, built in 1919. The Statler's walls. Statler is like, isn't it a Waldorf hotel? Waldorf Statler or something? I don't know.
Mhm.
The Statler's walls were as old as Edward's guitar.
I think
playing.
it was
He
horrible.
obviously in a lot of pain. Can
Sorry,
you hold a
it's got
guitar
the
pick?
wall.
I asked. Edward shrugged. I don't fucking know. There were 3 or 4 picks on the floor, which I gave him. To my horror, he couldn't close 2 fingers around the pick, and we had a show that night. We got to get to the hospital. Ed dropped his head. Shit, I'm sorry. Do you want me to keep going? Or are you gonna just
I do.
I called Eddie Anderson, head of security, to come down to Edward's room. About 5 minutes later, he came to the door looking as though he didn't have a care in the world. You won't be smiling when I tell you what happened, I said, closing the door behind him. Oh my God, what happened? Ed fought the wall, and the wall won. Fuck you, Noel, Edward shouted. It really hurts. By now, it had become obvious that there was not going to be a show that night. Ed's hand injury really stemmed from an accident. We could have to pay for all the advertising, promotion, and all the other costs involved. Before I faced that nightmare, though, we had to get Ed to the hospital. Fortunately, it was the middle of the night. The hotel lobby was quiet. We still going here? Okay, right here is where you tripped. Okay, so this is where Noel describes it. Okay, so right here is where you tripped on the second step on this ratty rug. Ed looked perplexed. Huh? That's where you tripped and fell forward, breaking your fall with your hand. Got it? What do you mean? Look, Ed, it's simple. You didn't fight with the wall. You tripped on the rug. I looked at Eddie Anderson. You understand, right? Finally, it began to sink in. I explained that if Ed injured his hand accidentally by tripping and falling, the band would not be liable for the expenses incurred as a result of canceling the show. But punching a wall, that would be a problem. Etc. Wow. Nothing looks broken, but he does have a badly sprained wrist. Let's see. Ed's fine, but what about the sprained wrist? We're looking forward to seeing the band. At that point, I figured...
so he didn't break
it. That's pretty much it. Yeah. That's it, I said. A real unfortunate situation. We might even have to cancel the Meadowlands show.
There you
which
go.
Is the Brendan Byrne. Thank you.
Well, you know what?
Very nice.
The next
very nice.
The next
very
audiobook I get, I want John BL to read it.
You want me to be the reader? You got it, man. Anyone still with us?
You should just get people to pay you. Say, hey, if you got a book that you don't like how the narrator,
I'll just read it really quick and
I'll do it for you.
Yeah. I feel like I go into a different world when I put those glasses on. Then I'm off, and then I take them off, and it's like, shit. I hate wearing those glasses.
Yeah, we're all kind of nervous
anyway,
when you put those on.
Why? You think I'm plotting against you?
That's been happening.
That's right. Yes, plotting.
Ooh.
You'll all pay.
Man, such weird ads, man. What?
Jane Mansfield.
That's the stuff you search for.
The great Jane.
Why are you holding that dog? Where's your hand?
And her dog.
Torpedo boobs.
Is that a puppet? It is now.
A pup as?
No.
Puppy.
Puppy it.
No, that's a dogette.
That's one mossy cave there.
Yeah, I didn't search
What's
for
that?
this
Yeah,
stuff.
what is that?
I didn't search for that.
10
I
incredible
like
places you.
It's those nature takeover.
That with the railroad track.
Yeah, I like those like abandoned, overgrown
Yeah, that's neat, man.
relics.
Yeah.
Hey, my dad bought a metal detector, and he found his first coin today, 1835, I think.
Wow.
I have to go searching with him this week. Yeah.
Oh, you want in, huh? You want to cut?
Oh yeah, man. I like that. I mean, that's
I always
there's
wanted
so
to
many
do that,
historic, old farms and stuff around here.
that magnet. I always wanted to do that magnet fishing. You throw it in a lake or near a bridge or something. Huge magnet,
Mm-hmm.
very strong. Dude, pulling up a
See
bike.
what you
I'm
pull
like,
up, yeah.
Pulling up a
He
bike.
did. Oh, but it's like guns. And,
Oh, yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Just the river down here, that they pulled all kinds of crazy stuff out of here.
Go on
The
YouTube,
river
Jay.
fly?
I mean, from cars to bikes to
Motorcycle.
grocery carriages and all that.
Seen everything. fake legs, metal.
Wow, man, that's actually pretty fun, isn't it?
Yeah,
I think I got one here.
Oh my god.
Her name was Peg.
Pig.
And her sister Eileen.
Last name's Leg. Sister
Pig.
Eileen.
Eileen. There it is. That's it. Too.
Yeah.
That was the
Their brother in no
McCartney's-
arms. His name was Russell. I'm here all night. No.
What? Wait, tell that again. What was that one?
Missed
my
that-
game.
missed that one. Yeah.
My volume too low? Sorry.
What was it?
Oh, no. Jesus. Thanks, Johnny. No, I said that, their brother, he had no arms, no legs, and he was in a pile of leaves. His name was Russell.
They threw him in a pool with his other friend Bob.
Yeah. Hanging on the wall. His name's Art. Yep. Mhm.
A baby
Heard
seal
anything-
walks into a club.
Jay never heard any of these.
No, I haven't. Art.
Put him in the mailbox. His name's Bill. No, nothing.
Yeah.
Bill.
He shows up at your front door. His name's Matt.
Great. Halfway down Tina Turner's throat. His name's Mike. No, nothing.
No.
In front of John Biel. His name's Mike.
Is this thing on?
Ouch.
Oh man.
But seriously, kids.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. All right.
Oh goodness.
Okay, Colleen.
What else?
Okay.
What time is it?
What do you
2:40.
call a one-legged lady of the night? Colleen says. Let's wait for the punchline.
Well, hold on. What is that? Anybody know?
Eileen.
Jump,
Peg.
yeah.
I don't know.
Eileen. That would be
But
one.
why do they call it a seal and not a dog mermaid?
Eileen. There you
We
go.
already did the Eileen joke. Come on, Colleen.
Oh.
Colleen.
What did Cinderella say when she got to the ball?
Oh, this is bad. It's bad joke night. Why did Sally pull up the swing?
What a
She
what?
had
You
no,
couldn't hear
she had
that.
no arms. She had
What?
no arms. She had no arms.
Yeah.
What was the joke? I didn't hear the first part.
Why did Sally fall off the swing? Because she had no arms.
Oh man.
And then you wait a little while and you go knock knock and they go who's there and you go not Sally because she has no arms.
Because she has no arms.
Use that for telemarketers. They always hang up after that.
My favorite thing with telemarketers is hang on 1 second. Can you hang on one? All right, cool. Hang on.
Just walk away.
And then you come back to them and you go, hold on. Somebody's at the door. They get fucking furious.
My phone's blocked, so unless you're in my friends list, it won't ring. It'll record or
Of course
whatever.
it is.
Yeah, it won't ring. So whenever telemarketer used to call the house, I got rid of my landline. I'd pick up and go, "Oh," and like they'd say something. I'm like, "Who is this? I'm dying over here. Why are you badgering me?" And it just go on and on and on. And I mean, some of these idiots would hang on for like 5 minutes with me.
Oh,
Just
sure. Yeah, they want the sale.
with me
Like any
screaming.
chance for a sale.
Yeah. No.
Man, what? Next time I get one of those calls, I'm gonna have to remember this thing.
Oh, yeah.
It's like they call. It's like, hello.
Sorry. Would you like to?
It's like, oh, hang on a second. Hang on, I'm in the bathroom.
Yeah, keep flushing the toilet.
Yep. Drop a few potatoes in first, and then flush it.
You carry a potato to the bathroom. Bloop.
Hold on a second.
Ka-toonk.
The
Got
bathroom-
potatoes in the toilet.
Yeah.
Potatoes in the bathroom. Hang on a second.
from like 6 feet up, though.
You do.
Oh, I gotta find that song.
Paul, you wanted to test your microphone. Why don't you test that? Get some potatoes and let's see if we can hear it.
Some potatoes. My microphone works good. It's my interface sucks. You guys always talk about how my microphone needs to be louder. I have literally right now that interface is cranked. This is as loud as this microphone gets.
Really?
Because I don't have a. I mean, other than this, and it's one of those Focusrite, the little Scarlett 2-channel Focusrite deals. Yep. Whatever the preamp is in it is insufficient for this microphone, but this microphone doesn't need a preamp. So what I got to do is get something on the other end of that going into the back of my computer, whatever that line level is, and whatever the line level is on my computer is not the same, and I can't get to a mic level on this thing and overload it. It won't work. Windows 10 doesn't allow for it. Yeah, there you go.
$5.
But this isn't a USB microphone. It's XLR into the front end of the Focusrite.
That's why you use. Yeah. That's why you use with the 1/8 inch or whatever it is. 1/8 inch jacks, headphones, and microphone. Just go to little. You must have a mixer or something or an audio, like an analog audio.
I've got a mixer. I got a 12,
for that mic,
little 12 channel here that I could boost the shit out of it, but it doesn't sound as good. We've done this before where we've switched it over, and everybody's like, "No, it doesn't sound as good as this one." So,
no, you sound good.
Yeah,
keep it as is.
Yeah, it's fine. Trust me, you don't need me to be any louder than I am.
It's all good.
Seriously, you guys, fuck off.
This one's looking this way, that one's looking that way. Yeah, the guy's like, "What do you want from me?"
Hey guys, what do you want from me? I'm just over here. Yeah, that's the exact same one I have.
Yeah.
And the line level on it is somewhat insignificant when it comes to this microphone, or insufficient when it comes to this mic.
Inadequate.
Yep.
Never heard that word before.
Really? Because it rolled off your tongue very, very quickly and very easily.
I
it's
hear
almost
it
like you're
often.
very intimately acquainted.
I hear it quite often.
He said, Jack.
Inconceivable. Inconceivable.
You keep using that word. I do not think it means what you think it means.
Another great movie. Very quotable.
You know, the great thing about that movie is I've heard some people, they're like, "I don't fucking like The Princess Bride." I'm like, what is wrong with you?
You can't be friends with
it is the ultimate date movie because every chick loves The Princess Bride, and every guy once watching The Princess Bride will be like, all right, that was cool.
Yeah. Yep.
It was way cooler than goodbye, John.
He had to go drop some potatoes in the toilet.
Oh my god!
Wow. Oh my god!
I'm gonna get sick just hearing that. Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm getting nauseous just hearing that.
What the fuck is going on right now?
You turned into a woman.
I gotta mute it.
Hello?
Sounds like someone's prom night birth.
Man.
I found a bunch of vomiting sounds.
Yes.
Obviously. If you want, and maybe Jay might be the only guy that gets this reference, although Michael Smith may as well. Peter Steele, who was in Type O Negative and is no longer with us, was in a band prior to that called Carnivore. They were sort of a hardcore band.
Beginning of the album.
Yeah, Jack Daniels and Pizza is the name of the song.
Yeah.
So if you're interested in one of the greatest recordings, apparently they were at a party one night and somebody was in a bathroom with a recorder catching somebody who had a rough night. And they decided, hey, let's put this on the album.
Yeah, let's start the album with it.
Yeah, and that's the most notable thing that Carnivore ever did in their career.
Yeah, it's the only reason I remember the music.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
What's your favorite song?
Jack Daniels and Pizza.
What's your favorite song?
Well, that's the same thing with the SOD record. Like SOD Speak English or Die is considered a crossover hardcore metal, thrash metal classic. 32 songs. None of them are more than 2 minutes long, but they're not great songs. It's just awesome because it's a great record to own. I've had it for 30 years. I'm sure I'm not the only one in this group that has a copy of it. Yeah, of course you do.
Talk about AC yet? AC?
Oh, yeah, no, haven't.
Say the
yeah. AC, worst band name ever.
That's 30 second songs and 30 songs on the album.
I have GG Allin.
God,
I forget. It's Freaks, Faggots, Drunks, and Junkies.
Oh,
is the name of the album. It's the worst album I've ever heard.
What's
it's
the
an
name?
absolute piece.
What's the name of it again?
GG Allin. You never heard of GG Allin?
No.
Oh,
GG Allin is from New Hampshire.
Heard of GG Allin, yeah.
Yeah, GG Allin was from New Hampshire.
Psychopath.
Do not Google that, Michael.
Yeah, he's dead now. But he didn't die the way he wanted to. Like he said he was going to kill himself on stage. He was one of these assholes. But GG would, before he would go on stage, he would shit in his hand and then smear it all over his body and then roll around in broken beer bottles so that when the show got disgusting, the police wouldn't grab him and try and pull him off stage.
He's a psychotic fuck.
He's talentless.
So was he trying to be like, who's the guy that would rub peanut butter and cut himself and like,
that's GG Allin did that.
Oh, no, I can't think of it.
Peanut butter.
No, who was the one that was in
rub peanut butter all over
the Jim Rose Circus sideshow?
No, peanut butter and jelly. Anybody else?
Yeah,
No,
that's a lot, man. Yeah, that sounds good right now.
The Strokes? Who was the guy? Who was the lead singer? No.
When was he playing, Paul? What was
GG Allin? Oh, he was in the late 80s. He was on like Jerry Springer and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, but Iggy Pop had talent.
Iggy Pop was.
Yeah, Iggy Pop had talent.
Oh, yeah.
GG Allin is talentless on every level.
I mean, just think about it. He's prepping for a show, right? Kiss, they're putting their makeup on. He's like, let me shit my hand. And
that's literally what he would do. Yeah.
It's insanity.
Let me see if I can find.
But that's what Iggy Pop would do: peanut butter and razor blades and all that.
There's a live video of GG Allin playing with his band, and he's got shit on him, whatever. And he goes over. I don't know. I forget exactly what the story was, but the guitarist was on the other side of the stage for a couple seconds, and GG Allin walks over and uses the guitar player's microphone, but like grabs it. And then moves away. When the guitar player goes back over to say something to the microphone, he's like, "Oh!" He pulls it.
I remember that.
What, he shove it up his
Thinking
ass?
of David. There you go.
What, he shove it up his
David
ass?
Lee Roth's quote. Some people put iced tea in Jack Daniels bottles. I think apply it to that.
Here's some of
use peanut butter instead of shit.
Amanda says, "Imagine his groupies."
Ooh.
So GG Allin, and here's why I own this record. His sister-in-law came into my college radio station in like 1986 and said, "Hey, can you play some GG Allin music, man? He's married. Like, I'm married to his brother." I'm like, GG Allin? Who's that? So we go in through the records and we start pulling them out to look at the records, and this album was in there. Here are some of the classics that you'll find. This is in case you want to get your lady ready for a night of lovin'. My Revenge, followed by Dope Money, Be My Fucking Whore, Suck My Ass, It Smells.
What year was this, Paul?
Dog Shit.
Suck my ass and
Wild Riding, Sleeping in My Piss,
Followed by Dog Shit.
Antisocial Masturbator, Last in Line for the Gangbang, Die When You Die,
You gotta feel bad for him.
Commit Suicide, Crash and Burn, Outlaw Scumfuck, Carolyn and Sue. This is the worst. I feel bad reading this, but I have to in the name of art.
Yeah.
Cunt Sucking Cannibal.
What was it?
Yeah, you heard that right. This show's flagged. We're done.
Say it again. What was that one?
Cunt Sucking Cannibal.
Cunt sucking cannibal.
Family, Young Little Meat, I Want to Kill You.
Johnny's on Amazon right now.
And My Bloody Mutilation. There you go, kids. If you're looking for a late Easter present.
And he throws in Family.
This is the worst. This is the worst album ever recorded. Like when anybody says, "What's the worst album ever recorded?" I'm holding it right here. Why I own this, I don't know.
But what label is it on? Was it like a? I mean, anything
Aware-
that? How many
Aware
did
One
they sell? I
Records?
wonder.
Aware One Records.
Oh, wow.
Suck my ass, it smells.
Inside it says "Play loud and kill yourself." Thanks to fucking nobody but me, GG. This is 1987.
Yo, I wish I could name a song "Suck My Ass" It Smells and get away with it.
Already done. Sorry, Jay.
Oh,
You'd just be another
glad
unoriginal. You'd just be another unoriginal bastard.
I'm so glad that's not the
But
next
I-
track
you know-
coming out.
This is
suck. We're covering "Suck My Ass." It smells.
This is the worst. It's the worst. It's the worst record ever. I'm fairly certain Johnny could play this and we wouldn't get a copyright flag for it because who would bother?
No, he'd get his shit covered in microphone.
It'd be like on Family Guy when they have the vomit moment, only it'd be coming out of your webcam.
That is so funny when they make them throw up.
I want to know how many albums he sold. I mean, I hate to say it,
That's
but
nasty,
maybe
man.
he sold, he might have sold
right now.
more than any of us have sold.
What do you
Yeah,
sell?
you
How
are.
many?
I don't know if that's true.
You find it, John?
No, I'm looking. I'm trying to see if I can get any kind
Here's
of.
the thing.
He's got a huge.
Catalog.
Yeah, he sold
you know,
he
history
sold a
there.
lot of records on the goof. Guys like me who bought them, they didn't buy them because they liked them. They bought them because it was like a modern day party record. It was like the old Red Fox or Mom's
Right.
Mabley records.
They bought them because they're looking at the back. Hey, what's this? Hey, there's this song called "Suck My Ass." It Smells. I gotta buy it.
I have.
Of course.
I kind of want
You
to
don't
hear
think-
that right now, though.
You
I
don't
want-
think I looked on the back of that record and saw that and went, "Oh yeah."
Hey, don't you want to hear it though, Jay? I want to hear it. You know?
I'll show you. There's another record I bought for the same reason, and that is
I gotta
Bought it on
fucking listen to
principle.
something here, man.
I pray to God. I pray it's not one of those songs that they don't
Same
say
thing.
the title.
I bought this on principle, not because I thought it was going to be any good.
That's good. That's a good album.
It's a great album.
Oh, that's a great. That is a good album.
It's a great album, but I bought it on principle. I was like, I had never heard it. I was like, what? They're trying to ban this record? I must stand up for anti-censorship. And then I put it on. I was like, oh, this is great. The Fuck Shop is an awesome song.
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
There you go.
What's the album again?
Which one?
Free. Okay.
Freaks, Faggots, Drunks, and Junkies.
I was trying not
What
to
is
say that word, but hold on a second.
Yeah. Don't Google
Sorry.
that guy. It's nasty.
Yeah.
No,
okay.
he's absolutely garbage.
It's the worst.
Freaks and Geeks. What was
Terrible.
it? What's
Freaks and geeks.
What's the name of it? That's what pulled up my thing here. Oh, sure. Now you're not going to tell me, you son of a bitch.
I didn't hear what was your question? I didn't hear it. You dropped out.
What's the name? Oh, what's the name of the album?
Freaks, Faggots, Drunks, and Junkies.
Okay.
Well, it's only 28 seconds long.
Yeah, and it's all it is suck my
I'm
ass.
saying, yeah.
Smells. Suck my ass. It smells.
So it's everything you thought it would be.
Yes, it is.
7 seconds. I got to look.
Masterpiece.
Yeah, I
Picture.
gotta hear this.
Look at this.
Yeah, it's horrible.
I mean,
Oh.
really?
Ugh.
How about what? Have you guys heard of Carcass? Ever seen Carcass?
Yes.
I've heard of them, yeah.
That's a band that I bought purely just because I was like at the record store looking for something and like looking for the weirdest album cover, and it was all literally like body pieces and stuff on the album cover. Really, the worst album covers you can imagine, like horrific. And then I finally listened to it, and it was it sound. I mean, I haven't listened to it in probably literally 30 years, and
Oh my
it just sounded just like noise. I mean, and not a lot of music sounds like noise if you're, if you've listened, it's
What?
hard to say music just sounds like noise when you've been a musician or but that music just sounded like noise. Carcass.
I'm
Anyway,
totally-
Jay, have you heard of them? That's
Yes. Yep. I've heard.
I'm making that my
Yeah.
my text. That's when text comes in.
what's that?
Yo, a few years back, before my parents got iPhones, they had Androids or whatever, the Samsungs.
Yeah.
And it was really easy to change the ringtones in their phones. So I remember one time, me and my brother, we changed my dad's ringtone or his text message sound to a fart. He was like a doctor's office or something the next morning, burning his back pocket.
Oh no!
He wanted to kill us. Jason, can you change my? I don't know how to do it. Like, I know you know.
And you know what? You want to come full circle? You would like. I mean, I just listened to that 27-second clip, and it was horrendous.
It's awful.
Awesome.
Oh,
it's awesome,
but think of this.
Tonight's
Look at
musical
some of
pick.
the other people on that label too.
It was total noise. But then Cacophony,
Van Morrison is on that label.
the
Same
What?
label. Van Morrison is on the same label as GG.
So we have an
gotta
so
be-
we have an answer to the question: can it get worse?
well, Cacophony, who we all know.
Bad Brains. Bad Brains. I've heard of them.
Bad
Yeah.
Brains, I have a couple albums of those.
Those are
So anyway, you were
the
saying
only
about
ones I've heard
Cacophony,
of.
Michael?
Oh, Cacophony is
Racer X.
a mishmash of unpleasant sounds, often at loud volume. That's the dictionary description of it, and we all know about the band and how awesome.
You know what though? There are people who can't listen to Cacophony. There are people who can't. I mean, it's too much. It's I mean, guys like Michael Baccio and Becker and Friedman back then, and even the Racer X stuff. Even though we all love it, I mean, there are some people that listen to that and go, "Oh my God, that's too much." Just like somewhere out there, GG Allin. I mean, he got booked. So people went to his shows.
Yeah.
There are people who went to see that guy and were like, dude, going to see Gigi. That's
Let's see
awesome.
him on set list.
Yeah. No, he's slinging
See how many
shit up
times he's
here.
there.
You see him?
I mean, it's a bucket list thing, or it's an experience. You want to see it.
What did he do when if he had diarrhea? Did he go on stage?
My guess is that was a very special night with GG Allin.
He's got 74 shows listed.
He opened with it.
Let's see the biggest-
Literally.
He put it in one of those water squirters.
Here's the thing, though. It's funny because there are people who be like, well, what about Guar? Not the same at all.
Oh, I saw Guar.
He played the.
3 times. Yeah,
Oh
awesome.
no, yeah.
Yeah.
He played the Middle East in Cambridge in August 27th, '89. So,
How do you get booked twice
there's some-
anywhere? How does GG Allin get booked twice anywhere?
Or once.
No. I mean,
He's got
He's got the
once.
same first
University.
name twice.
Wow.
Oh, at State University in New York. WLUP FM Chicago.
That's Chicago, yeah,
What a shit show.
so to speak.
You think anybody's
Odd
ever
Rock
said
Cafe, Milwaukee.
you think anybody's ever said on the way to a GG Allin show, yo, bro, I hope they play Suck My Ass tonight.
Jay, tell me you're not going to download that song.
I listened to it already.
Yeah, no, tell me that's not going to be. You're going to pull that out somewhere, like when you're in a gizmachi practice or something like that. You're going to be, guys, I got the best cover for our next record. You won't believe this. It's a GG Allin classic.
Yeah, before the band goes on, they have the music playing. It's exactly what you're gonna hear.
Yep. You know what I do believe? Yeah, that should be your cue song.
Yeah.
Guys, we got to get on stage.
Yeah.
I can't
Quick.
wait to Genie tomorrow
He
morning.
played the gas station. And you ever hear of the gas station in New York? That's
Genie,
a
this song.
club, I suppose.
I think we should put together a GG Allin tribute act. All
I
of
heard
us.
of him on John Biel.
Oh my god.
And Mancuda's going to sing.
The best part about it
Yeah.
is
Most-
besides
mostly-
the yelling of "suck my ass," it smells. It's the drumsticks, the count offs.
Yeah, the count off. 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Like it matters.
And then it sounds like everybody just throws their instruments down the stair.
Oh, you were out of tune on that song, man.
I know. Can you imagine?
You weren't
Jay's in the
flat.
control room. Jay's in the control room. Guys, can we take another run at that? Take another run at that.
You were flat on.
Little more emphasis on smells, man. Come on, GG.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I think we got it.
The stink is coming across. I need more stink. Not coming across.
I wonder if he had to get that way to record in the studio. Who we kidding? He didn't have a studio. He took a radio and hit play and record and just yelled into it.
His first official show was Kenmore Club in Providence, Rhode Island on March 2nd, 80.
Wow.
1980. No set list available. But he played, he played with, no, I guess that was his own show. Played with himself.
Who wants to open for GG Allin?
No, who wants to
The
play
Cantonese in Boston.
after a stage smelling like
He
shit?
played two
Who
sets.
wants
The Cantonese in Boston.
Who wants GG Allin to open for them?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You walk out and you're gonna fucking slide on a piece of shit. Flying on your head.
Next Van
I'll tell
Halen.
you what, I'll bring my own microphone if I'm playing after him. I got my own thing.
Hey, John Bell,
Already playing
you know how many albums he sold? How many albums did he sell?
Oh, selling? Who
I
knows?
was trying to find how many he sold.
He's made like 10.
It really didn't.
10 albums?
He's made
80,
yeah,
87,
it
88,
says
93,
30, unofficially 30 albums.
Yeah, and he would change the name of the band. It was like GG Allin and the Scum Fox, GG Allin and the Youth Brigade, GG Allin and the so-and-so. It was always his, like, the backing band.
Cedar Street Sluts.
Yeah, the backing band
Cedar
was very
Street
important, you know. They would stand in the back and go,
Masturbation section on a live record.
wop.
Dude, he still has on
It was
Spotify.
95.
On Spotify alone, he has over 83,000 monthly listeners.
Wow.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Toilet Rock Productions.
Toilet
Toilet
Rock.
Rock.
Look at
I can't believe you guys were unaware of GG Allin.
Mid-80s
I
label.
never heard of him.
I've
I've
heard
heard the
I've-
name.
I've
I haven't heard of
heard
it.
of
I never listened to any of the stuff until now.
And
No,
did
no
you feel
Wonk Media.
do you feel like your life is more enriched now,
I
having
feel better.
heard?
I'll be able to sleep later. Yeah, I definitely.
good.
Now that's our homework for next week. We all have to listen to all 30 albums.
I want you to write a review,
Yeah,
a,
and
a
review the next-
symposium.
Yeah.
Here's my
Next
review.
Saturday
He did a
Night
whole
Live will
album.
be,
That's my review.
next Saturday Night Live will be
WLUPF.
GG Allin, a career in review.
Shortest
Hey.
review ever.
Hey, Paul, I got to thank you, man.
You're welcome.
Because you showed me an album last week that I've been listening to the shit out of.
There it is.
Is it the Michael Bolton?
How
Yep.
great is this album?
Dude, it's phenomenal. Some of those songs sound like Kiss songs from that
Yeah.
era. They really do. But
Yeah.
even the instruments, like the drums,
Yeah.
it's like, whoa, that sounds like Kiss could have written this, you know?
Well, it's because Bruce Kulick wrote most of it.
But it's awesome stuff, man.
Yeah, it's a good record. It's a record that you would never, if anybody ever told you Michael Bolton put out a great hard rock record, you'd be like, what? That record was like, it was the perfect combination, because he started out in this band here with Bruce Kulick called Blackjack.
Ooh, I'll have to check that one out.
It's a little poppier because it was in the 70s. It's a little poppier. Not bad. It's not bad, but it's, it's not, it hadn't quite become what Everybody's Crazy is. Everybody's Crazy was sort of his shot at trying to be Billy Squier or Lou
It sucks
Graham.
that it only lasted one record. That sucks.
Yeah,
You know?
because it's a good record.
It's really good. It's funny. I got a good buddy of mine who loves that 80s shit as well. And I guess it must have been Sunday night. We were playing Predator on the PlayStation together.
Right.
And I was like, dude, I just didn't even say anything. I just started playing the song, the first song on the album.
Save Our Love is a fantastic song.
Dude, it's phenomenal. So I'm
Yeah.
I'm playing it over the headphones, and he's like, "What is that?" I was like, "Dude, it's fucking Michael Bolton." He's like, "Get out of here!" So the next day, I told him to check out the album and everything. So the next day, I'm talking to him on the phone, like in late afternoon. I was like, what'd you do today? Dude, I listened to Michael Bolton. I'm like, yes, man.
Now, that said, if you go and you listen to, was it track 4, Call My Name, if he had released that song as part of one of his later albums, he'd have won a Grammy.
Yeah.
That song is it's as good as anything he's ever written from his, his pop AC period.
Yeah,
but because I don't think he wanted to share the songwriting credits with anybody. So that's why it never got released.
That's the song. I like the the rockier stuff on the album.
Right.
I kind of skipped that one,
But you know what I mean, though. It's exactly the kind of stuff that wins him accolades and makes people go, "Oh my God, what an amazing balladeer!" And it's buried on a record that nobody cares about.
I know it's funny, man. How because I think I wanted to go back to last week's video and see my reaction again to when you pulled it out. And I think I was like, Michael Bolton, but no, it's good.
It's a shockingly good record.
While I pull this out.
It's very difficult to find in this country. My version is it looks like an Austrian import. Now, obviously, you can get it digitally, but and just for bonus, mine is autographed by Bruce Kulick.
Yeah. Oh, cool, man.
So,
well, it's
weird record.
It's after 3:00. I'm gonna.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah,
I got to split soon, like very soon.
Yeah.
So we've had enough GG Allin talk.
Yeah.
Oh, way too much
for lifetime.
This is the most pub GG Allin has ever had in his career.
I was just reading his biography. There's a whole, kind of
put the
bar scandal around his death and that kind of thing.
Put the glasses on.
His what?
Yeah, but his barfography.
No.
Yeah, it sucks if you Google him.
Well, I guess people would.
You see pictures of him in the casket. Like that's what you see.
And then,
it's all over the internet.
His mother got upset because people would not necessarily deface his grave, but
defecate on it.
Do the same defecate on his grave.
God,
it's it's almost in tribute because that's what the guy did. But I know, but his mother was mad. Obviously,
you shit on my grave, man.
I mean,
I wonder if he had a twin.
There's your home. That's your homework, folks. Thank you.
What was
everyone?
His name would have. I can't talk right now. My brain is melted.
What did GG stand for? Did it?
Oh yeah.
What did FF stand for?
Stand for? Foxy female, right?
Brendan, where are you, by the way? Where in the country?
Poughkeepsie, New York.
You shit on my stage, man. Yeah. You shit on my house, man.
Okay, so how about this? His name at birth was Jesus Christ Allin.
No, it wasn't. Come on.
Just naming your child that at birth, that might give them a little bit of a delicate childhood.
What happened there, Michael?
Jesus Christ Allin. Oh my God.
And here comes the band hammer.
Yeah, I saw that today.
Yeah.
You didn't get banned yet?
No, not yet.
You will be.
Thanks.
It's a new day.
It's a new day. That's right. Yeah.
See what you did, Paul? Look, Brian Spalding is listening to it now.
You know what? Michael Bolton needs to get on the horn with me and throw me a couple bucks.
He needs to come on the show.
Here's the thing. I don't know if you've
why
ever seen any interviews
his
with him.
albums are selling.
He has a great sense of humor about who he is. He and Kenny
he's
G
parodied himself in a few movies.
Yeah, he and Kenny G both get it. Like they totally understand, and so does John what's his face? John Mayer has a great sense of humor about who they are. No, John Biel has no sense of humor about who he is. He's too busy trying to deep throat that microphone.
Try.
Oh my goodness.
No, he's got a good sense of humor because he puts up with all of this shit.
I think Amanda guessed his name. Amanda Coombs.
But the gaping glory hole, Halen.
Oh, gosh.
She wins the night.
She literally just won the internet right there.
Interesting though, for whatever reason, Michael Bolton doesn't put any of the songs off that record on any of his collections, any of his like archives or his
Well, it was probably a different label,
anthologies and
right? Was it a
stuff.
different label?
It's on Columbia. I think
He
it was
probably-
Columbia.
Oh wow.
He probably hates this. Maybe
Yeah,
it's
it's
not
Columbia.
What he you know. He
Well,
should
it's
have
like
this should be his best of, right? Just this album.
He's
It's
gonna
like,
tour with play that whole album.
I was going to say it's like Butch Walker. Butch Walker doesn't want to be associated with the fact that he was in South Gang.
Who's McCall doesn't want to Danny Elfman.
Yeah, Oingo Boingo.
Yeah, he didn't talk about Oingo Boingo very much.
Amir Darak, who should be boot stomped for his name, doesn't acknowledge that
Roddy
he was in.
Bottom.
Yeah, doesn't acknowledge that he was in Rough Cut. And Dave King from Flogging Molly never acknowledges his Fastway or Kathmandu period because he's in his hipster Irish, drinking band now, and he doesn't want anybody to think that he was in a hair band.
Hmm.
You know,
I don't know why you wouldn't, because why not promote the stuff you're in to get some ducats?
Certain image.
Fastway was one of the better bands of their time, and unfortunately just got overshadowed by other bands who were bigger and who had better promotion. But those first three Fastway records are fantastic. Well, the first two and the Trick or Treat soundtrack. Everything after the Trick or Treat soundtrack is garbage.
Garbage.
Well, I've
Well, quick question on the Michael Bolton album. Everybody's crazy. What's the best track? Because I want to start listening to it.
just start from the top. The first
Yeah.
track is one of the best. Yeah.
The track is great. The first track is great. It hooks you right into the record. And then Everybody's Crazy, you'll recognize the song because it was used in the movie Back to School.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's when you're watching the movie Back to School, that part where the frat boys are all dressed in caveman outfits. They're having the big frat party that nobody's at because they're all over at Thornton Mellon's dorm room.
Yeah.
Thornton Mellon.
Thornton Mellon's dorm room. That whole scene there, the music in the background is Michael Bolton's Everybody's Crazy.
Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out.
It's a good record.
The triple Lindy.
It really is, man.
Surprisingly.
Yep.
Excellent.
Excellent.
He's gonna be like, he's gonna start getting royalty checks. Like, what?
Listen to this.
Michael, your album's selling, and
Some
Your
fat
album's
guy in
actually
Phoenix all of
selling.
a sudden got you a boost on all your album sales.
And you'll have him on.
you got to get him on your show, Paul.
Yeah, you have him.
I would have him on. I would have him on, no problem. I think
That'd
Michael's
be badass. That'd be cool. I mean, he's
As long as he wants to talk about that era.
that's the thing that's tough is you get some of these guys like we haven't talked about it, but we did we mention the fact that we bumped David Coverdale a couple of weeks ago because he couldn't be on time?
no.
Oh, so
Are you for real?
absolutely. So Coverdale is promoting.
all bumped Coverdale.
He was twice. He was promoting.
Nice.
There is a re-release, another re-release of Slide It In, an anniversary version of Slide It In, and then they put out a compilation called The Rock Album, which is basically all the stuff from Slide It In forward, like the '80s great the hard rock songs. It's a compilation thing. So they set us up. He was doing radio, and they said, okay, well, we're going to have him on at like 7:00 in the morning our time, which is 10:00 Eastern time. And we got like 9 different emails talking about how you're only going to be able to talk about this, and you have 8 minutes to talk to David. And if it goes long, we will cut you and we'll dump you, and don't veer from this and don't do that. And they were like, it was the biggest pain in the balls. So all of that said, my partner and I were like, cool, we'll do that. We'll make sure we'll get it on. You have Coverdale on the show, it'd be great. 7:00 rolls around, no phone call. 7:05 rolls around. No phone call. Well, anybody that knows anything about TV, radio, movies and stuff, everything is rigidly timed. So we're now bumping shit by 10, 15 minutes for this guy. After we got all these emails saying, hey, he's going to be on time, all this stuff. Finally, at 10 past, we're like, fuck it. Tell him when his guy calls, we told our producer, sorry, we've moved on. So we shine Coverdale.
Good for you.
So we get an email later on that afternoon from the guy who's doing the radio promo. He goes, look, we're really sorry. We're going to do the promo again. We're going to do more radio next Friday. You're going to be first on the list so that we make sure that we get you, on time and get everything going and stuff like that. So we get the rundown list of all the times that Coverdale's doing the interviews, and damned if there aren't 3 interviews in front of ours. So we're like, all right, well, we made the agreement immediately. We're like, well, if he's more than 5 minutes late, fuck him. So 7 o'clock rolls around, 7:04 and 40 seconds rolls around. Their guy calls in, says, we're running a little bit late. We're not going to be able to do this for another couple minutes. Our producer goes, sorry, we've moved on. Bye-bye. Tell David good luck.
Wow.
So David, because after all the bullshit about him,
they give you an excuse, like why?
The other stations ran late. These other stations ran late. So we get all this stuff, after all of those emails, making us jump in line and do all of the research and only talk about these things and all of these concessions that we had to make for, by the way, a guy who needs us more than we need him. David Coverdale needs Phoenix to hear the promotion for his 30-year-old album and collection more so than we. David Coverdale is playing 3,500 seaters. He's second on a bill with Night Ranger. It's not like Whitesnake is playing the Enormo Dome anytime soon.
Yeah.
They are no longer a headlining act. It's like Sammy. Sammy's no longer a headlining act. He plays, small clubs and theaters. So for them to make us jump through all these hoops to try and get this interview and then not be on time 2 weeks in a row, we were like, screw it. I hope good luck selling records. You're not going to get him in Phoenix, because we were the only place he could go. And again, it was if they had been cool about it, we would have made the accommodation. But they weren't. They were complete assholes. And it's at that point you just kind of go, all right. So getting back to the original point of the story, if Michael Bolton wanted to come on the show, it would be with the caveat of, we're going to talk about everybody's crazy. And if you don't want to do that, then we won't have you on.
Kiss ass. Then suck my ass. It smells.
No, but it's not about that. It's just about
professional. I mean,
it would be like
they're trying to get their product out there, right? And so they should adhere to a simple fucking schedule. I mean, how hard?
That was the thing. We didn't ask for anything except for you just be on time. If you say be when you say you're going to be there, and we're cool. We'll do whatever you need us to do in exchange for, it's sort of a consideration thing. It would be like Leonard Nimoy coming on and saying, I don't want to talk about Star Trek. You're like, well, what the hell else are we going to talk about?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was
In search of?
it was a rough we're talking about his ears. His cover of rock.
His hair.
His cover of Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds.
Was that your real haircut?
We can't talk about.
No, that's the other one.
Have they reached out to you since then, Paul?
Oh no, the guy that does the promo, he's an independent guy that sets up radio interviews. We do stuff with him all the time. It's not his name. His name is Sal, which is awesome. Typical. Hey Sal, what's going on? Sal calls. We're gonna probably we've had other guys from other bands on since then, but the Coverdale one was a real pain in the ass.
So when you get on the air, do you say David Coverdale?
Suck
smells?
No, we don't promote it unless it happens. In other words, what we would have done in that situation is he would have called at 7 o'clock. We would have taped it and then run it at 8 o'clock and said,
okay, all right.
So we would have taped it at 7 o'clock and then said, hey, by the way, just so you know, coming up at 8 o'clock, we're going to talk to Rock and Roll Hall of Famer David Coverdale. You know what I mean? And then promote it that way. We have learned through experience that oftentimes you try to set the table for something and shit like this happens, and then you end up looking like an idiot.
Do you play it like it's live?
Sometimes.
Do you make it seem like it's actually happening?
Sometimes. Depends on how and Damn Taco Lover says respect the artist. Yeah, I would respect the artist, but respect is earned and it goes two ways. I'm going every morning. I mean, our morning show. Our morning show is exposed. Our radio show plays to more people in Phoenix, Arizona than David Coverdale can in one night. Every day. We have hundreds of thousands of listeners listening to our show every day. David Coverdale can't fill a 5,000-seat theater right now. So if we're going to give him the airtime and give him the opportunity to promote his product, he should show us the respect of being on time.
You give
not only once, but twice.
Give respect, you get respect. It's so simple.
We would never, and we certainly wouldn't have made an issue out of it or any of that stuff. But it was just one of those. We did this to Axl Rose too, not on this show, but on a radio station I worked at in Boston at WAAF. We were playing some of the leaks, Chinese Democracy, back in the early 2000s because they were sent to us by somebody within the organization. So we played a couple songs. I think it was IRS and something else, maybe the Blues. And we get a phone call from the label saying, hey, what are you doing? We're going to send you a cease and desist. And we're like, okay, that's cool. We'll stop playing it. And then they said, well, we're going to offer you an interview with Axl Rose to explain what's going on with the album. We're like, all right, that's cool. And they sent us a one sheet of questions we could ask Axl Rose. And we were like, well, that's not an interview. That's a press conference. So no, thank you. We'll talk to Axl when you guys are doing actual press.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
But that's all the stock stuff that, questions.
Yeah, it was all fluff stuff about, tell us what inspires you to do this and what did that. And we couldn't talk about the fact that Brian May had played on the record. We couldn't talk about that Zakk Wylde had jammed and auditioned for the band for a while. We couldn't talk about anything. We couldn't mention anything about the old band. We couldn't mention the fact that he
Buckethead.
Yeah, we couldn't ask who Buckethead was. We couldn't talk about the fact that he's been in the studio re-recording the Appetite for Destruction record with the new band. He was obsessed with doing that for a while. We couldn't mention anything. It was all like, Axl wants to talk about this, and this. And if you deviate from any of these questions, we'll terminate the phone call. And we're like, nope.
Wow.
Nope.
So he was re-recording Appetite?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've got the demos.
Really?
Love to hear that.
Yeah. He re-recorded
Interesting.
Appetite with the new band.
How do they sound?
Okay, not as it sounds forced. It sounds like somebody covering Guns N' Roses.
Yeah.
It doesn't have the same groove. I mean, despite what people think about Guns N' Roses, Izzy is the soul of that band. Izzy is the guy that makes that thing groove.
Well, I was just going to ask, like, what was the intention to re-release the album, or was he just wanted to
Don't know. He had just. If I can find him, you and I will talk. Maybe we'll put him in the Discord or something, and then we'll get shut down.
No, you can put anything in the Discord.
Yeah, it just sounds like re-recorded versions of Guns N' Roses. They're a little bit more updated, but it doesn't have the same chemistry.
No, the magic isn't there, right?
No, you can't create that.
Yeah.
Jeez.
It's our new album.
Suck my ass and smell.
Suck my ass. No, Jay, suck my ass. It's bells.
Ah.
There you go.
You can't play two at once. You can't play two at once.
No, of course not.
Every once in a while, I look at Brendan. It looks like he has a full head of blonde hair.
Oh, he did like that, right?
Like luxurious blonde hair.
Yeah,
It's gray. It's gray now, Jay.
It's also 3:30
Yeah.
Holy crap.
for you.
Yes, it is.
I still need some me time.
Hey now.
where's that button?
I've got popcorn I'm going to eat.
Popcorn the band?
Popcorn the band, yeah. We'll have to deal with that on Tuesday.
You did what on Tuesday?
Bed.
So I guess this is the question, Johnny. Are we good?
I have to read stuff. Yeah.
It's John Biel's show. He's got to read everything, doesn't
Oh, okay. John Bill, you got to read this.
Oh, yeah, John Biel. Are we good?
We can't do Irish goodbyes.
Let's see if I can do it right.
We have to read
See if
this
I can
stuff.
do it right.
We have to read these things.
Okay.
Put your glasses
Executive
on.
producers, Charles Green.
Where's your glasses?
I don't need my glasses.
No, you got to put. Yes,
No,
you
I
do.
don't
No. I want to see. Can you read the glasses?
It's like put your.
I don't know if I can. It might be harder to read.
There you go.
My glasses.
You got to put up the card.
Here it is. There's the slate.
Charles Green. Yeah, well, you can't see me, so it doesn't matter.
People need some.
Charles
No,
Green,
I can-
Mike
I-
Neese,
we can
Robbie
still
Johnson,
see you.
People
I
need.
still see you.
Connor Johnson.
Robbie Johnston. God damn it! Every week this happens. There's a T in
You
it.
guys threw me off. You threw me off.
Every
I didn't have
goddamn
my
week.
glasses. I didn't have my glasses on.
Colleen Gray wants to hear it
Fine.
read like Stewie.
Oh my goodness! Like who?
Stewie.
No,
Stewie, get
Paul
a
could do
Griffin.
this.
Oh,
Stewie.
do it. That's great. Come on.
Yeah.
Stewie.
I don't
Nope.
do voices.
Oh,
I try
go
not
ahead.
to do voices.
Nope. No, this is John Bial's thing.
You can do it again after.
All right, let's do this. Let's get through this. Executive producers, thank you all. Charles Green, Mike Neese, Robbie Johnston,
There you go.
Connor Johnson, 5150, Music Therapy Labs, Michael Smith in
Who
the
the fuck
house,
that
David
asshole?
Ennis, some Dave dude,
Oh,
and don't forget Hal Face, Thomas Santiago, Brian Spalding, some Dave dude, Fender Guru, James Gum, Music Therapy Laz, Mr. BHB Jr. Is that Bruce? Ghost BC Rich,
Hello, Bruce.
Frag 5150, Hugh Caldwell, William Bill Spruce, Jim Nicholas, Frank Corcoran, Connor Johnson 5150, and thank you all.
Wow,
Johnny
Jesus,
Green TV.
a third
Oh.
page.
There's more.
Oh, is that third page? Charles Green, Liddy Lou, Fruitcake Tony, Crazy Cook 678, Richard Poole, Charlie S, Bo Zeke, Mike Neese, Julia Baldessari, Mickey Settlemyer, Robbie Johnston,
What's so funny?
Joe Christian, False Flag, Nicole Mrazek,
Funny how
David
like a
Ennis,
clown to make you
Sean
laugh.
Boland, Michael Smith again.
Another
Thank you
one.
all. Don't forget to
You're
subscribe.
laughing at the poor girl's last name.
How the fuck
I'm not laughing at anyone.
All right, who's gonna read?
Was
Like,
she funny clown like to amuse you? What?
I
What?
think
No,
John
no.
Biel
What
is
is so?
I'm using-
What is so fucking funny?
What
He
is
knows
so-
what he said. He's an adult. He's a big boy. He knows what he said.
I think John Biel has some fuck offs to give.
Ah,
No.
this is my favorite
No
part of the
more.
show.
We did that last week.
That's
We
why
did
I
that
came
last
back.
week. I'm all done with that.
I think Brendan.
Let Butt Cheeks do that.
Jack,
Brendan, you can do that.
tell me a story. Fuck you.
Can
That's my
we end
favorite.
this? It's 3:30. It's 3:30.
Who wants a
I
fuck
think
off?
I think
Never
we're good.
to tell somebody to go fuck themselves.
I'll do
We're
it.
taking fuck
I'll
off
just
requests.
tell everyone to fuck off. All right. Fuck
Oh,
off.
there
all
you
you.
go.
Oh gosh. All right. Good night, everybody.
Johnny's like, Johnny, why does that? Johnny, what's with the reaction? Oh, Jesus. Still here.